Okay, FitNet here with another Cartridge Club Hangout. Musty's here as well. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well. Hey, I got the notification because I clicked the bell.
Yay!
It,
Things work.
it works. A bunch of people saying it doesn't work.
I need to pause the video. I always forget to pause the video,
yeah.
so I hear the double talk.
I gotta get the chat open.
Yeah. So what's been going on this week?
Let's see. What's today?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Chances are.
What? We got Darksiders news today.
Wasn't that yesterday or
Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday.
the release date and the special editions that probably not very many people will buy?
Yes.
November 27th for Darksiders 3, if anyone's watching and wasn't aware of that. Really looking forward to that game. Love the previous two. Yeah, those special editions are a little nutty. The one that just comes with a 10-inch Fury statue, that one's kind of reasonable. It's like a $150 package. That's kind of standard. It is a little unrealistic in Canadian. But did you see the Apocalypse edition? I linked the video.
No, I haven't looked it up yet.
Yeah, that thing is absolute madness.
I saw you posted in the Discord. I didn't look at the Discord until about 20 minutes ago. We were cleaning out the garage today.
Yeah, it's
really good progress.
Yeah, I'll just finish the Darksiders 3 thing. Was
yes, go.
It's fine. We'll go into.
I'm gonna pull it up so that I know what I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so it's this massive box that's got, I think, 4 statues in there. One of which is Vulgrim and not the Fourth Horseman, because we haven't seen the Fourth Horseman yet. And it's 10-inch statues of War, Death, Fury, and I assume that's the same Fury statue that's in the smaller one. And yeah, Vulgrim, if I remember right, he's the merchant. Been a while. Anyway, and it comes with a wall scroll, an art book, and a steelbook case. The thing's $400.
Slow pan. There's some nice statues.
Yeah, they're nice. They look a little flat, just on the video.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like some of the texture on like Death's like upper torso and head and face doesn't seem to be very
detailed.
War looks awesome though.
Yeah, he's the only one that really pops. Him, Fury, and Vulgrim has some more paint on him. But it's a little odd for $400. If it didn't have the wall scroll in it, which would probably be a lot of the price tag, not gonna lie, probably would have ordered it already. Because I love those games.
Nah, that's pretty standard fare. Steelbook.
They don't really mention the steelbook, which is odd.
They give a quick picture of it.
Yeah, but they don't say there's a steelbook included, which I found a little strange.
In the Apocalypse one?
Yeah, in the trailer they don't say.
Yeah, they do. It's just the word steelbook is kind of buried in a little logo that pops up.
Okay.
It's there. I'll get the timestamp on it. At 1:07.
Eric?
Hello?
Hello, hey. Eric.
Okay. How's it going?
Good.
We were just talking about Darksiders 3.
Okay. Proceed.
I think you don't have any thoughts on that, then.
No, I haven't played any of the others. Is Darksiders 3 an announced game?
Yeah, they announced it a while ago, but we got the release date yesterday and some special edition news. It's coming out November 27th. There will probably be a bunch of sales on the previous two between now and then if you want to catch up on them, and they're on Game Pass.
Are the previous two? I know Darksiders 1 wasn't that remastered?
They're both
Yes.
remastered.
They both are. Okay.
Yeah, and those are the versions on Game Pass.
Okay. I think I have the 360 versions of them both.
Yeah, you can play those, but like obviously the frame rate and the resolution is much better on the other ones.
Yeah.
And they're cheap.
I'm trying to make this rule where I don't buy remakes of games until they're at least 2 generations old. So,
well, you can
it's
give
been
it a
hard,
go.
huh?
You can give it a go and see if you have any issues frame rate wise.
Yeah.
I played them that way, so it was fine for me. But also, hey Dean in the chat.
Hello, Dean.
Dean.
We're probably also starting to get close to toward the end of the. We're a couple of years away from the end of the generation, so some of these games that are coming out are even potentially going to have some kind of, I don't know what more you could do at this point.
4K versions.
Yeah, but I mean, now they're just dropping 4K as a patch because it's not like you can drop a disc with all of that content on there just because the file sizes are too big.
Yeah. I can see just these versions carrying you over. There's really no need to re-release them. Unless they were to put that on a disc, but as you said, that would be a little unrealistic.
Yeah. I'm surprised. Have we had any multi-disc games this generation?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I could be wrong.
I don't think I've got any.
I know I don't have any, but...
Yeah, I know I don't either. I heard somebody was saying that Shenmue might be one that hits in that manner.
The Yakuza games are probably twice the size of those, the single releases. So it would depend on how they remaster them, like how big the file sizes are, I would assume. But like Yakuza 0 is probably the size or more of both original Shenmues. So I can see them still being on one disc. But again, won't know until we get it. Hell, a better example, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
One disc for what, 5 games? Well, 3 games, right? 3 games and some cinematic movies. 4 games. It's 1, 2... Jeez, I've got the thing behind me. Why don't I just look? And I actually put effort into my backdrop for once. If people know, it's not the white glare on the blank wall. I already know it's one disc. Why am I looking at that? 1 and 2, obviously, Final Mix, Chain of Memories, Birth by Sleep, and so 4 games and the 2 cinematic movies of 358 over 2 days, or 358 days over 2, weird ass title, whichever one works, and Recoded. So that's a lot, and obviously, 1 disc. Sorry about the case noises.
All right.
I know some people get bothered by the case clicking, so I've just heard that complaint on like other podcasts and stuff. Not a huge deal, but anyway.
Tell them to get over it. I got the IKEA stuff ordered. It's coming.
Nice.
I'm not going to wait. Although, granted, based on delivery date, I'm saving a week. But then I can know, because I'm getting a lot of those, like the Calyx ones have the open squares. Yeah. And you can put the inserts in there that are drawers or a door or stuff like that. And so if I can get them in here, I can then figure out like how many sets of doors do I really need or what looks right. And, otherwise, I'd be just guessing right now, and that would be throwing away money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dean likes the shelves. So we're gonna turn and we'll just stare at those for a second. I'm still happy with how they came out.
Yeah.
And I went into Game Value Now and I updated my updated my collection, so it's current now. Proud of myself because they're back. They're back up. I don't know if you heard.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I got word from an inside source that said that their API got updated, so the pricing is back.
Excellent. I don't have to get back to updating my price charting. I don't like the layout on there.
On price charting?
Yeah, for the collection tracker.
Oh, I didn't realize they had one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody's got everything now.
I'm on RF Gen. It's a pain updating all these things.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep picking new ones. I've got like 5 of them.
I've done that too. Like there's VG charts. Is that one of them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even remember them all.
Yeah, VG chart. Backloggery was the first one I used.
Yeah.
RF Gen. That I don't even remember my password for that, or what email I used for that matter. It's been a while.
Oh, say hi. Discard, Cartridge Fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by, guys.
Gotta keep on top of that.
Oh no, that's fine.
Hello.
Yeah, we'll slow pan again.
I'll just present for the heck of it.
Anybody got some jazz music you can play? I got
Probably not. That wouldn't get us a copyright strike.
Fuse box.
When do we get to see the closet?
When it's done.
So next week?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Maybe, but no.
You might not get it done in time. The C3's coming up.
Oh, I don't know that it'll be done by C3.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I feel like so all the IKEA stuff comes on the 23rd, which is 2 weeks from today, from yesterday. I will pretty much set that up immediately, and get as much of like this stuff, like all these boxes and like magazines and stuff laid out. Those will be in place. The systems will all be in place and then run through. I have this I've drawn a schematic, and I on like what goes into these, because I've got these switchers and so I have like this switcher is a 5-to-1 switcher, and then I'm running that into a 1-to-4 splitter. So I realized I could have gotten a matrix, but the cost of a 4x4 or I would have needed a 6x4 matrix, and that is expensive. So I'm doing it this way instead. It just means that I can't I can't have 2 different outputs running different sources at the same time. But I can then run the splitter. I can run into the Elgato, into this TV, and then I'll have another cable that throws to the projector in the other room. So then I can play anything that has a wireless controller on the projector screen and still capture it at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Provided it's HDMI.
Yeah. All the systems I'm talking about are HDMI, and I just enabled another one to be HDMI-able. This guy.
Is that the X? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, this is the Xbox one. The Xbox cable.
Yeah.
The original Xbox HDMI cable.
Yes. That's right.
Yeah, apparently they're out of stock on Amazon again.
Yeah, I think Castlemania had it too,
yeah.
But they're charging $5 more. Not that, I saw somebody else had tweeted that out, and then I was like, well, I grabbed mine for cheaper.
Yeah, I saw that tweet too. Castlemania was like, I don't know why people are paying so much. We've got them in stock. But you're telling me they had them for $5 over Amazon?
Yeah, they were $35, and Amazon had them for $30.
Yeah.
I just saw it on Amazon before, so I'm not sure how that all.
I saw your tweet and I pulled it up and then promptly forgot to order it, and then saw the web browser was still up 3 days later and it was out of stock. Something like that.
They'll be back. I mean,
I'm not worried. Yeah, I'm not worried.
It took them a little while, and if you're not planning on playing your original Xbox imminently, then I wouldn't concern yourself over it. I did try it out though. setup is, I mean, it's plug and play, but like better than anything else that I've had, and I have no like fear or concern over build quality. Like,
so do you have to change? You said it's plug and play, except that the Xbox itself has to be set up to output.
Yeah, so
widescreen or 720 or something.
If you've used your Xbox on component before and have enabled it for the 3, you set it up for 480p, 720p, and 1080i. There's individual settings for each, and then set it to widescreen. That's all you got to do. So if you were already running it into an HD TV through component cables, you're already set.
And if I am running it into an HD TV with component cables, why do I want HDMI? Is it better?
I don't know.
You don't know if I guess I'm asking: is the picture better than component, or is it just to get you consistency with HDMI? Is it just to get the
one of the reasons I picked it up was to simplify into this.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not necessarily for picture quality.
Not that I know of. I don't think.
Does it have any like additional settings, or is it just plug and play?
It's just a box, and you plug in the HDMI cord to this end of it.
Okay, I would assume especially for just if you're going from component to that, it's probably not a huge jump. It's probably a little bit clearer, but otherwise identical.
It could be, it could be a marginal clarity thing, just because it probably is a faster communication.
Yeah, going from analog to digital.
Potentially. But yes. I mean,
the cable itself, at least.
Yeah, I can take a look and see. I don't think there was anything with the let me just check the instructions really quick.
While he's away, I'll just make the random note that, never mind. But it was just a casting announcement for a movie.
I'm just trying to see. Yeah, it's got the walkthrough for turning on all the video options. But yeah, it really is just start it up and go to the menu screen, and then go through, select settings.
Yeah, just the standard stuff.
Video, and then enable it. That's
it. Pretty standard. Yeah, so there shouldn't be that much of an upgrade.
Yeah.
But it's the convenience.
Now I will say that there is a small USB. There's some kind of port right there. Let me see if we can get right there.
Yeah, that looks like maybe USB-C.
So I wonder if it's maybe potential for firmware updates.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
That maybe that's what that's for, but there's no indication on here of what that is. Doesn't say. So, but I know that Ryan said he had trouble with the Dreamcast cables.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
So I know I actually reached out to him before I ordered these just to get his thoughts, and he's like, everything I saw in the Xbox ones were pretty glowing reviews. So, yeah, that's what I went with it. So
nice.
But I did give it a try. I haven't tried the. Sorry, I know where you're going with that. I haven't tried. I tried some stuff at 480, but I didn't know off the top of my head. This is a crime. I should know this. I didn't know which ones would play 720 or 1080i that were in my collection. I've since done some research and have resolved that.
X-Men.
Soul Calibur 2.
And Soul Calibur 2.
Yes.
And Crash Nitro Kart.
And Siberia. Siberia plays 1080i as well. And so does Enter the Matrix.
You said that before.
One or two of those is worth playing.
Metal Jesus said Enter the Matrix did on his video when he highlighted it.
Yeah, 1080i. Mm-hmm. The reason I picked it up for $3.
Yeah, and the Dragon's Lair 3D is in 1080i. That one looks awesome. Like hand-drawn kind of stuff from early 2000s. I mean, looks like Don Bluth, so looks even older than that. But you were asking how long the cable was, I think, right? Is that where you were going with that,
Sure.
Eric?
Well, I was going to ask you a slightly different question, but how long is the cable?
So this plugs right into the Xbox. It is.
Oh, that's it. So you have to supply an HDMI cable to it.
It comes with an HDMI cable.
Oh, how long is that?
10
6
foot.
or 10? 10?
10
really?
foot. Yep.
Okay.
And then is that the same one? Did I get that from this one? Yeah. Is a 10-foot cable, and then I had one already plugged in, so I just swapped that one out real quick.
How long is the run to your projector?
I'm gonna go through the walls. I'm gonna end up putting another port in the wall here. In fact, I've been looking at getting a plate that has the coax and an HDMI port.
Yeah,
they got them for like $9 on Amazon. So I'm gonna hook that one there, run it through, so I got a straight shot. With that, it's less than 15, maybe 20 feet at the most.
Okay.
So
is that within spec for HDMI, or you need to put an amp on it? A repeater
should be okay. That's a good question. I should check.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, at some point,
if I was going to run it like
indefinitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're totally right. But once it hits that, it hits the receiver, and that. So I don't need to go all the way to the projector. I just need to get to the receiver, which I'm pretty sure a 20-foot cable will suffice, because I'm going straight through the walls here instead of going like I'm not like hugging the floorboards or something. Like, we own this place. I'm drilling some holes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. The spec says 5 meters at 28 gauge wire, which is 16.4 feet.
Okay.
So if you go much further than that, I would try it. If you go much further than that and you start seeing, well, you'll know what it looks like, right? Digital noise will look like frame drops or pixelation. You might have to get a repeater.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it. 16.4 feet.
So at 20, I might be.
Are you at 20? And then
I'm thinking 20 gives me enough slack. Because like I'd be running, if I just ran it straight, I could probably do 15. But I'd be running it effectively from like my utility closet would just have a HDMI cord just straight across it. And that's probably not the best idea. Okay. So a little bit of slack there. I should look at a repeater and see what that runs.
Well, I would try it and see. And of course, look up more than one source and you get 2 different answers. So one place is saying 5 meters, another is saying 25 feet. If you're going to go, and I'm guessing, you're starting to hit a maximum. If you want to go higher than 1080p, if you're talking 4K,
the projector doesn't put out more than 1080p. So
okay, so then that'll be a little bit better. Depending on this kind of cable you get, you might have problems. But I would say give it a try, and if you notice that there's a problem, then consider that it might be the length.
Okay.
Putting in a wall plate every time, that's a new electrical connection. That'll add potentially a little bit of noise that might shorten your overall length.
Okay.
But I'm filling you with fear and worry and doubt for no real reason. Give it a try and be aware.
Things to be sure of, or things to consider. No,
just consider that if it's looking not so great, you might consider maybe the problem is the length of the run. Just be careful.
Or the gauge of the wire.
Or the gauge. You could get the bigger the smaller the number, the thicker the wire. And the thicker the wire, the better off you're going to be. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the smaller the number, and
it's a highway concept, right? It's just an inverse number.
It's an inverse, yeah, because it's like the number of wire that'll fit in an inch or something. So, and electrically, the thicker the wire, the lower the resistance and the more efficient the run. So, it's a thought. You could run thicker wire or a higher quality cable if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm looking at some on Amazon. I'm just trying to find where.
Yeah, Chris is saying that in the chat too. Anyway, good luck. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just be aware with switchers and wall plates and a longer run, you could get some dropout
Yeah, I'm looking at cables that are like normally used for like in wall installations. So I have a feeling that those are probably going to be more prone to have a better bandwidth because they're potentially going, multi-floor or across, multiple rooms or something like that.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. But, well, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it should be nice. And then I just need to, the other thing I want to make sure of, and I need to test this, is to make sure that controller distance is not a problem. Like that I don't have like signal cut out on those, because if I'm sitting there playing Overwatch on the projector, and all of a sudden all of a sudden I just start standing there, we're gonna have a bad time.
The Wii U doesn't. My Wii U does not go very far. The tablet.
Yeah, the tablet.
The tablet does not go far.
Like line of sight. The moment you put a wall in there, it kind of kills it. So
is that right? Okay.
Yeah, because that one. Yeah, I went from one room to the other, and it would lose that. But
okay.
Yeah, I will definitely try the others, because there's no way I can have a wired connection to that. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
The other option is I could always have a cable and a spot set to plug in something, and I could just drop it in. I could just move. If I wanted to play this today, I'll just bring this out, right? Like,
or buy two,
or buy a second.
Two PS4s.
There you go.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I actually have the Xbox. So the Xbox One is upstairs, and I've been using the streaming function on this Windows 10 PC to play down here.
Really?
And that's working okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's interesting. But it allows me to use OBS, it allows me to do all that stuff if I wanted to, yet the system is upstairs, which is kind of cool. Pretty cool.
All right.
Yeah, I agree with what you just typed.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm seeing a lot of guys chatting.
Yeah.
A lot of backseat drivers who should be coming into the convo.
Yeah, maybe. You know what? I should announce something. Something, since we got a bunch of people here. Something for the festivities on Saturday at C3 that we will be doing with some of our time is we are planning on having a Street Fighter 2 tournament, and we will have the semifinals and finals during that stretch. That's our plan.
Yay!
Yeah. So we're gonna have a Street Fighter 2 tournament. We'll figure out what version. I'm actually probably gonna put it up to a vote to see what version. Because although to me it would just make the most sense to do Super, so that everyone can play. If you're a DJ player, then you don't have to worry about not getting to play DJ.
Or one of the HD remix versions, maybe.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking. I know James has it on Switch, so I'm thinking that we will play it on a Switch.
That would work.
Docked to a TV. That's the one thing, is I don't know that we're gonna. A projector and a screen is going to cost us more money, and I'm trying to minimize that stuff as much as possible. But what I would like to do is get interest in who wants to be a part of the tournament, get preliminary rounds played like Thursday or Friday, and then we can get to that final four on during the show on Saturday. So we'll
Not
reiterate
this Saturday,
this.
Right?
No. 27th and 28th.
Okay.
2 weekends, right?
Yeah.
It's the third weekend from now, right? Yeah. This weekend is 13th. Yeah. That's crazy. And then you guys go back home, and then you're down to Arizona 2 weeks later. Like that's
crazy. No.
You should try and fit Missouri Game Con in the middle there. That's the next weekend.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, no, we're going to be. I didn't realize that we're going to be. We're going to be in Chicago for the whole week. So we're going to come in for C3, and then my sister is having a baby shower. She's having a baby, so they're throwing her a shower the following weekend. So we're going to stick around for that. Then we're going to fly back, and then we're going to go out to GameCon. Game on. But you're saying Missouri is in the middle?
Missouri is on the 4th.
I wonder if I could sneak out of the shower and head down there.
Yeah. Missouri. Mo Game Con's on the 4th.
Between Barrie and Midwest and C3 and Game On, it's enough.
All traveling.
We're done with cons after this year, I think. I'm kidding, of course, but yeah, we're still doing Portland. That's that's easy. That's just a drive. But yeah, we kind of figured Melissa's mom was coming in town, and it's like, well, she's going to be in town for that weekend, and this is going to be our best chance to go. So can we just fly down and fly back up? And yeah, okay. Anyway. So the Street Fighter, you don't know what platform it's going to be on? You were saying Switch?
I'm pretty sure it'll be on Switch. I know James has that collection that just came out, which gives us many versions. It basically gives us every version that we could potentially want. He also has Ultra from last year, the one that came out
on Switch
in April.
Okay.
So if you wanted to be angry Ryu or violent Ken, is that right? Like, this is the other way around. There's some like extra characters that are.
I'm trying to decide. I want to get that collection. I'm trying to decide if I should get it on the Switch or on the PS4.
That's a tough call.
I don't know. I guess I'm leaning towards the Switch because I know people are going to have their Switch with them at C3. And it seems like a good platform to have it on, but I don't know. There was something I read that made the PS4 version seem like it might be a little bit better. Generally.
Does it come with Ultra or something like that?
That could be.
Or it gives you a 5?
I don't think it gives you 5, but it might have been like a pre-order thing for Ultra.
Let me see if I can look it up again. Hello, children. Okay.
We got your dinner.
Okay, go away. She's fine. I have to eat dinner in a second. Hello, children. Okay, go help your mother. Anyway, I'll look at it. I haven't decided, but maybe before we've traveled down there, I'll grab a couple games for the Switch.
But yeah, so that is what we have planned. That is not everything we have planned. There is more to be revealed, which we'll be revealing soon. Travis and I were just locking down like the last of the schedule stuff for that 6 hours that we've gotten there. But yeah. It's exciting times. And then again, everything else that's going on. I know that people are throwing the baseball game out as an idea for Friday, and so for those who want to go do that, by all means, go for it. Getting some weird noise off of that.
I'm sorry.
Hockey in the background.
I don't know. It sounds. It's like you would type and then it would sound. Yeah, there was this weird echo coming off of it.
It sounded like air hockey.
I was just trying to respond to some of the things in the some of the horrific things I just read in the chat. Like Dean is potentially not going to PRGE. This is the worst news of the week. Say it ain't so. Anyway, I was just responding. These guys were talking about getting pumped in the gym or something.
That's because you said you found a Joe clone.
I was at the yes for the first time in like 6 months because the kids are now finally out of softball. I was able to go to the gym, just trying to burn off some calories there. And there was a guy. I swear I wanted to take a picture so bad, but I didn't know the guy. But I would have been like, hey, would you mind taking a picture? I thought it would be a little awkward to just ask a stranger at the gym to take a picture, but this guy looked like Joe. It was incredible. Anyway, I have to go eat dinner. So I will be back shortly.
Yeah,
don't talk about anything good without me. And don't talk bad things about me.
Okay.
Yeah, like you've got nothing better to talk about. All right, I'll talk to you in a bit. I'll be back soon.
All right.
Hey, one random off-topic thing I was going to mention. Not that there's really a set topic, but random off-side thing I was going to mention is apparently Jeremy Renner was just cast in the Spawn movie that's going to be coming out. Apparently, he's playing Twitch, one of the police characters, which is an odd choice, but I can see it for a movie adaptation. You can't really get a screen-accurate Twitch without being animated.
So I am not familiar with this character.
He's just very kind of thin, kind of gangly character design. So it would just be hard to represent on screen accurately, is what I was getting at. But Jeremy Renner's an interesting choice.
Oh yeah, just some of the pictures.
Yeah.
Looks kind of strung out.
Yeah, it's like your like immediate probably head casting would be Gary Oldman, probably because of Jim Gordon. It's like that's as close as you could probably get, but that would be a little too on the nose.
I was gonna say Johnny Depp circa Fear and Loathing, but maybe a little more amped. Yeah. But I also am only looking at a cover of Sam and Twitch #1.
Yeah, that's probably accurate, just because Twitch is pretty consistent. They haven't announced who's playing Burke Dean. To be perfectly honest with you, I forgot that was his name, the other cop. I need to get to reading more Spawn. I'm sure I read a bunch as a kid, but I think I've only read up to like issue 6 in recent years. I got 4 like oversized volumes of it in a Humble Bundle, which was awesome. So I need to get to that at some point.
Well, I'm just looking through the chat. Oh yeah, Miles was the one to know. Miles noticed. It's gone. It's all gone.
Hey, Derek.
Hello.
How's it going?
Is it been working? Good. Okay.
Yep.
Hello.
I've been troubleshooting my microphone lately, let alone my microphone stand.
Nice Joker poster.
Thank you.
I have a non-update for you, Derek.
A non-update?
Yeah. On that eBay. So.
Oh yeah.
I should give some context. So the short for you is he hasn't replied yet, and I'm supposed to make a decision tomorrow, and then so I have to like pick one of the options. Let me explain just for everybody. So I sold a steelbook on eBay that I packed up and shipped, and it looked like one of the corners got squished, and unfortunately, first-class shipping does not have insurance. So wasn't insured.
No game.
And yeah, it's just the case, no game. Yes, yeah. And my listing specifically said no returns, yet I got a request. I got a submission back to me for a return request, which puzzled me because I was like, I said no returns. Why is this even an option, right? Like, what's the deal here? And
so was it dented?
So it's like the spine. It's like a portion of the spine is just. Let me find one that I can show you what I'm.
You have that. You sent me that picture.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab this Doom one and just. So like
me.
normally the spine here is pretty flush. Oh
Whoops.
yeah, if you've got the picture, then I'll just.
Nope, that's the wrong button entirely that I was pressing.
Yeah, I have the picture here.
There you go.
Okay, Derek's got the picture.
I'll share my screen. I don't remember.
Oh.
And we're all pressing the wrong buttons. This is the podcast would be the wrong button podcast.
So,
and you're back.
I went to hit the gear to share screen, and the button. I don't know what happened.
So, and
it's the share screen anyway.
It's the green with the arrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
it is not the red phone.
Well, the buttons moved as soon as I clicked. I don't know what that happened.
I think that just happened with me. I was going to present.
Yeah, so
that is it.
Okay.
So that's the corner. So this seam right here, where the spine aligns with the plastic of the front piece, got it looked like it got dinged. So he's requested a refund, and I was like, well, so I called eBay. Thank you for again the number suggestion there. I called. I sat and waited on hold for an hour and 15 minutes, and I got somebody on the phone with me who talked about it, and she was saying that she's like, "Have you reached out to him yet?" I said no because I was confused as to why they would even be requesting it in the first place. So I didn't want to go down a path that isn't appropriate if this shouldn't be happening at all. And so she's like, well, no, we encourage people to try and hash things out and then involve us when things are beyond reconcilable. And so she says, why don't you reach out to him, clarify what's going on? She's like, if you can come up with an agreement, then that's excellent. If not, then she said she was going to call me back on Thursday to look at potentially having eBay intervene. But so I wrote my message to this guy very intentionally because I wanted to stress the point that little crack does not change the function of the object. So I asked him very specifically, can you still put a game in the case? Does the case still close? I'm hoping that he answers those questions, because if both of the answers are yes, then in my opinion, whether that seam is cracked or not, it is still a functional case.
You could make an argument based on like condition paid for versus condition received.
Yeah. Now
the case for like receiving a partial refund or something, that would be like the most I could see. And
that's what I offered. In this. So I asked those questions as leading questions to kind of use as ammo later on.
Yeah.
But I then said, look, I know there's not a lot of these. I know there's not a lot of these listed, and I know that the ones that are listed right now are expensive. So I really would prefer that we can work something out. What if I threw you a partial credit of some amount? And then I threw a number out there as an example, but not a commitment to that dollar amount. I said, hey, I'll knock $10 off of it because I don't want to have it shipped back to me. And then I'm going to have to, if I try to sell it again on eBay, I'm now going to have to sell a broken steelbook. And so I might as well just give the thing away. Now the listing that I picked, when I picked the listing, I picked good condition, which specifically calls out the fact that the case may have imperfections. Now, granted, this damage happened in transit, so
it could also be on the shipping company at that point.
But then he didn't get
insured,
but it's not insured, and so then I'm kind of SOL. But I said no returns. If it still functions as a case, then to me, Unless he does
I
what.
like that technicality.
Yeah. So that's why I ask those questions, because I can make a case there, I think. And really it's like if they want to give him his money back, fine. I just don't want to lose the money that I've been paid now for this.
Yeah.
And then to have to then pay to ship it back, like I might as well cut my losses and not have it shipped back, because there's no way I'm going to be able to sell it.
Yeah.
I can just be out what I shipped or what it cost. Well, no. What I paid would have been out of the. Yeah, I'd end up having to eat the shipping costs to him in the first place. But he hasn't responded. No returns is dumb. What she said was that the moment that it's damage involved, then the returns thing is kind of out the window at that point. Yeah. If it was just buyer's remorse, then that's another story. But that's all subjective. That's not.
Exactly.
You can't really prove. You can't prove buyer's remorse. It's just, unless it's totally clear of, like, who is it that had the horror story of an $800 comic book that the person, was it Jason?
I don't know.
Somebody eBayed an issue 1 of something, and like it got to the guy, and then suddenly there was a big return for it, and it was clearly that the guy
couldn't afford it, regretted it.
Yeah, or he got it and it was just like, oh God, what have I done? Or like the wife opened it up and realized what had just happened, or like he was suddenly in trouble.
Joe forgot to ship it to M's house.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's where things stand at this point. Like right now, the options that I have are accept the return. And then I can refund it once it gets back to me. Just issue the refund and issue a partial refund. Issue a replacement item, which I don't have. I'm not a store.
Yeah. Good to have that.
And then there's the partial option is the one. But it's like if I don't hear from him by the end of the day tomorrow, do I just say, okay, I'm just going to say that I'm going to give you a $5 credit and we're going to roll with it? Or do I just sit and wait until eBay gets back to me? And then I say, look, he hasn't replied. I was almost thinking about reaching out to him again tomorrow. But like, part of me thinks like if he doesn't check his eBay and he hasn't checked his email, then
he doesn't care.
Then he doesn't care. Right. Like, I mean,
I'm sure they'll give him a deadline to respond, and then
probably wait.
What are your options?
My options? Let me just pull it up.
Obviously, one is to just refund him. That's not going to happen right now.
I don't want to do. No way. One of them is refund and he keeps. I'm like, no thanks. Returns. Don't like it.
Yeah, it sounds like you could just wait for a response from either eBay or him and just do nothing until then. Because if he doesn't get back to you again, it's not on you to make the decision for him. And if eBay doesn't tell you to do anything, it's just, again, it's not on you. He has to tell you what he wants you to do. And if he doesn't tell you what he wants you to do, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Like if that happened to me, like I received an item like that, but it wasn't really practical to return, I would request a partial refund is all I would even do, depending on the cost of the item.
Where is that?
But if you can get the seller to pay for it, would you try?
It depends on the damage. If it was like just like the amount of damage that there was there, it's like, that sucks. But it's not worth shipping back.
Yeah, unless you can get them to pay for the shipping too.
Yeah. It depends on the cost of the item and the extent of the damage, really.
Yeah.
Okay. My options are.
And you said you accepted the best offer on this as well, too, right?
Yeah. So I had it listed. I'll throw numbers out. I had it listed for $42.99, and he offered $35, so I took it.
Okay. No counter offers.
I had thought about it. I had thought about it, but no, I just went with it. This is different than I had an unpaid item on a different one. So my options are accept the return, I pay for shipping, and then wait until it gets back, and then I can refund them. Offer another item just like it, or offer a different item, give a full refund, and they keep the item, or give a partial refund, and I have one chance to offer an amount, the buyer keeps the item. So it's like, I feel like I should just, if he doesn't reply, like, I feel like I should just pick a number. Maybe I just say $5.
Here's the thing, though.
Here you go. But
here's the thing, though. If you offer $5, depending on the mentality of this person, they might be insulted and come after you even harder.
So in my initial email, initial message, I said that I'd certainly be willing to provide you with a partial credit of the sale cost, and then in parentheses I said, say $10.
Yeah.
To compensate for what we're seeing here. Instead of having you send it back and risk further damage, let me know what you think. And that's the last that I have heard.
How did you send it, out of curiosity, was it in a box or was it in a bubble mailer?
It was in the way that I package things. It was not in a box.
Okay. I don't put cases in boxes.
No, it's a steel case. So
yeah.
I wrapped it in bubble wrap, and then I put it into, like, you know, those like manila, like inner office envelopes, like the clasp envelopes. I usually put it into that and then fold that over.
Okay.
And then that usually is pretty solid.
Yeah.
That's how I've shipped pretty much every NES game I've sent. It's how I've done.
Considering there was no game in it, the only extra option you had would be to like put foam in the middle of it. You know what I mean? Like foam inside of it.
Yeah.
But that's only if you could have guessed that it was going to get crushed. Like, hindsight.
Yeah, you could have reinforced that side, but that doesn't really. There's nothing you can really do to whatever that 1 in a million bump is that damaged the thing.
Yeah.
At the point of failure, just at the wrong place of the item.
Yeah.
But you made an offer. I don't think you owe him anything until he responds to you.
Okay. Yeah, it's just strange because the way that this is laid out is like, eBay says, please take action by the 11th. Your PayPal funds are frozen. Like the funds on this are frozen until,
If they told you to take action, I think that they're actually saying it's on you to make a choice.
But she's going to contact me Thursday. So if he hasn't responded.
So why'd they send you this thing? That's weird.
He submitted it. So this is the automated process. So he put in that and it comes to me, and then
then at the same time in parallel you messaged him? Is that what that was?
So I then contacted their customer service.
Yeah.
Who then said, reach out to them. There's an option to send the message to the buyer as part of this. So that's where I've done the messaging is there.
Okay. I just
within the it's within the refund claim. So my message went to him on the 9th.
Is this in the resolution center? Let's go to resolution center.
If I go to my eBay, it's under where is it?
My question is, what happens if that window closes? Do you automatically lose the money, or
typically that's what would happen?
That's what I'm leery of. Is like, But if I put a $10 number out there in that message, maybe a non-response from him is just an acceptance of my $10 offer.
Yeah,
because the automated system has to be followed at this point. If they send you a message saying take action by the 11th, I fear that if you don't take action, then they override and they just take the money out of your account and refund them.
And they'll just consider it a done deal. Okay.
Yeah, but I wouldn't send $5. You already put out 10.
Okay.
At that point, if you send half what you offered, they might be even more annoyed and come after you again.
Well, then at least if I do what I said I would do, then at least in eBay's eyes, I look like I'm in the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's a risk you're taking if you go half.
That's true. I'd rather really, to ship it back in a protected box would cost almost $7 as it is. So $10 to cover that cost instead, and not have to then resell cracked case is, well, a cracked spine. The case is fine.
Mm-hmm.
The artwork still looks amazing.
Yeah, but on a shelf, you're looking at fine.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. But yeah.
We shall see.
At $10 and you're done is probably the best option.
Okay. Well, we'll see if he replies. If he replies and says no, hopefully he comes back with a here's what I will take.
Yeah.
But you already took a loss on it with the best offer too.
I know, and like the next one that's out there is at like 55. So he's 20 under.
Yeah, you got a pretty good deal already.
20 under that. That's why I wanted to point out the fact that, hey, like, I could have charged you. I could have said no to your offer in the first place.
Yeah, but
dude,
I think the only real mistake you made is saying 10 instead of 5. Because, as I said, that's where you risk like pissing them off if you go half what you offered. If you had said 5 and then sent 5, I think you would have been fine. But that was the only real mistake there. But still, 10 and just you're done with it.
Well, yeah,
too bad deal.
I sent 10. I just haven't gone in and indicated I haven't put that partial in yet. The partial request has not happened yet. I'm just trying to think, like, if he doesn't reply, can I just walk away from this thing without any? But it sounds like, Derek, you were saying that if I let it go, then I'm just going to be stuck with a full refund in his hands,
and they might make you pay for his shipping as well.
Yeah,
or they will make you pay for his shipping as well if that's the case.
Yeah, and we don't need that.
No,
don't want that. Okay, well. On the other hand, that unpaid one, I ended up closing the case there, and I just got an offer on it, so it sold, and they paid immediately.
Nice. Now, from now on, when you create your listings, require immediate payment. Check that box.
Yes, yeah, I did that with when I relisted that one. I made sure that was selected.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Did you have any luck with that? Heat gun yet?
I haven't even done it yet. It's ridiculous. When I got on here, I'm like, I really should be looking into that. I have it set aside, but I had it in my calendar for yesterday, and of course forgot. Well, I was doing something else. Oh, editing the podcast. That's what I was doing. Yeah.
I just wish I could find like what brand it was. Like, I can't seem to find that like style of decal.
That one was my friend's. He bought that brand new. I doubt he'd remember though.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, and I had exactly the same thing, and that's why I'm so fascinated by it. Yeah, but it's like every time I look at like decals for original, now I'm starting to get the skin decals that they have that's the original Xbox, but for the X.
Okay.
Like now those are starting to come up. So, yeah.
I should go grab that thing right now so that I remember to actually look into it. Grab it now and start seeing. Oh, that's microphone arm. There we go. That works.
It's just tough because like there's not one. If you look at like, if you look at eBay, there's not like one general naming convention that people always talk about original Xboxes by. That's the one.
Nope. Starting to separate already just from pulling a corner there.
Like the
plastic is separating from the sticker.
It
was actually looks like it was almost going to anyway. That sucks. Like there's a bit of overhang on the sticker here. And as soon as I touched it, it started lifting, and now I can see an air bubble underneath.
Hey, Chris.
Hello.
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 That sucks.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
I just wanted you to make you say hi 3 times.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Hi, Derek.
Hello, Eric.
Doctor.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring this on the plane. That was what I was worried about, Musty.
Yeah, no, I
The middle
totally
shielding.
get that.
It is removable. I just didn't want to have to make you do the same on yours.
I mean, it's not a big deal, but again, bringing a piece of like hard plastic that has a picture of a nuclear explosion on it probably isn't the best thing to take through. And does that have
And
all of the front?
The front has to come off too separately.
Gotcha.
The front is on the bottom, like the base section.
Okay.
Though I think that's removable though. It's been a
Like
while
that-
since I took that part apart though.
Is this something you're transferring to Musty?
Yeah.
What is
So
it?
that-
The
So
original
it's-
Xbox sticker on top.
Yeah.
He
turn
had
it over.
the
It's
sticker.
upside down. It's upside down.
Oh, whatever. He had this sticker on his Xbox when he
Yep.
originally had one, and then it died, and he got rid of it.
Oh.
Yep.
I got this from a friend of mine, and as soon as Musty saw this picture, he's like, "I had that sticker."
I was like, I need it, and it's either
Wow.
it's like, how do we? Yeah, and it's got
But
those.
then there's the whole internals, right? So I don't really want to bring it on an airplane. I could get it to Bill, and he could bring it, or anyone else who's coming, who's driving. But they're all like an hour or 2 away from me. This front sticker is not applied very well. It's not terrible.
So we were thinking if we could get the decals off, that's the probably the easiest and safest method to transport it if they come off okay.
And we've learned now they do not come off okay.
Okay.
Like it formed an air bubble underneath that corner just from pulling lightly on the part that's overhanging.
Well, that sticker's been on
I
there.
see.
Well, that sticker's been on there, what, like 15 years? So.
Probably, yeah. That adhesive's
Is
probably
that actually, there's even a crack down there. That was
No,
there
it's-
originally.
it's two pieces.
Okay, which makes it easier to ship
Yeah,
when it was originally made. Yeah.
yeah. Like the it was like
Yeah,
upright
he
like
just
that.
didn't adhere it very straight.
Well, they're hoping that you're so distracted by the power of that explosion.
Well, TSA maybe.
But yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, do you bring a full shell of an Xbox in your baggage with metal shielding and all that, and have them open it up and be like, "There's a
What the
picture of a bomb on this thing."
Is this someone fucking with us, or what is that?
Like,
Hopefully, the Xbox logo makes them understand, but I
Yeah,
still
but it's like-
don't want to bring it with the metal shielding because that in an X-ray will set off flags.
Yeah, you'd have to be like, you'd have to like walk up beforehand and say, "Hey, just a warning, there's this metal thing in my bag. It's not anything of issue, but it'll go off."
and then they knock you to the ground and
Yeah,
pull
exactly.
you.
Well,
Yeah.
pulling the shielding off won't be hard. It's more of Musty getting shielding back on, if it's even
Yeah.
necessary, which I assume it probably is. That's more of an Eric question.
Yeah, the extreme reactions I can think of getting to seeing someone at the airport seeing that would be like, you're gonna assemble it back together with something dangerous inside, or like if you were to like bring the other pieces like this,
Yeah.
one machine can be disassembled and parts used to assemble something else. That kind of thing.
But in that case, having the stickers on the bottom, the original Xbox stuff, is probably actually better
Yeah.
than taking just the top shell.
Yeah, but that's like probably worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I mean,
Other than just getting an odd look, like what the hell is this?
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, let me just say, if it won't come off, like, it's not the end of the world. If I can't get it, like, I don't want to put you in any kind of travel inconvenience either, because I know how stressful this stuff can be, as it is, especially going crossing borders and all that. So
Yeah,
it's okay. It's okay if you can't. I just need to find out where, like, is there like a secret stash of these somewhere? Like, why can't I find them? Like,
I mean, this Xbox is also already modded with a 250 gig hard drive. It would be a good one to just bring to you. Then again, so would a Crystal. I have 3 of them over there, 4 of them over there, and 1 of them over here.
I've already got things figured out.
I
on
know.
that.
I'm sure other people in the US would love crystals.
A Mixel Xbox.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Eric may not want it if it's not in box, but
No, I want one. I just don't think it's too much trouble for you to bring one.
yeah.
If I was coming to Barrie and we were driving, I might, but
Yeah.
not flying, not going to put that on you.
Right.
Also,
Next
it doesn't
time you
have a
drive to
box,
Barrie,
so-
then. Yeah, that's
Also,
I have seen them in box. I've seen them for sale
No
around here in
way.
box. Yeah,
You're kidding.
but they sell for like 150 in the box. Well, sometimes they sell for 150 out of the box, but
150 in box.
not new
It's
in
not
box.
that bad, is it?
Packaged.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm also really cheap, so
Oh, right.
I don't want to pay 150 bucks for like any console.
Well, sure.
Oh no, this one's pretty cool. There's a whatchamacallit, a skin for an Xbox One that looks like, you guys seeing that?
No.
Looks like an no.
I see a frozen picture of your face.
Well, let's try that again.
It basically looked like you tried to present the paused
Alright.
video or something.
Weird.
Okay, it's blank now.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay. Let me pull it up in a different browser.
Is it that hardware mode again? Hardware acceleration for Chrome? Remember that setting we had to disable for OBS to work?
Oh, I don't know. Settings. It could be. Anyways, it was a skin for an Xbox One that made it look like an NES. But yeah, so I will reiterate it since there's a couple more people here. Now we're having a Street Fighter 2 tournament at C3. So I will probably either put it up to a vote on what version, but it will likely be one of the versions that's available on the Switch, and then we'll figure out how many people want in, and all of that, and that way I can come up with a way to throw a bracket together or some random poll, so we can have that work. But
Yeah, I'd consider trying, but I know I wouldn't do any good. So
hey, you never know.
no, I know.
Just spam projectiles like computers do. We're talking about that just the other day. Like, I played through, and the computer playing. Is it Ryu or is it Ryu?
I don't care.
I would say Ryu.
It's Ryu and Ninja Gaiden, so we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Just nothing but Hadoukens the whole time. It's like, stop it! Like, and if you jump in on him,
Come say hi. Come say hi. Cynthia just got home.
So Infinity War comes out on Blu-ray on August 14th. That was just announced, apparently. Digitally on July 31st.
I was saying that seems fast, but it was April. The last weekend of April. So
but
I guess
it just seems like they're announcing these really close to release. Which is a little odd, that, and they did the same for Deadpool 2 recently, where that's coming out in August as well. But I don't think they had any release information prior to that.
well, if they had already announced like Ant-Man, like that would be weird. Got to decide what movie I want to see next week. We're sending the kid to grandma's, so we can go out and we can go to whatever we want to see. And so it's like we can go see Ant-Man, we can go see Tag, or what's the other one? Jurassic World. I think those are kind of the three front runners. We don't have any of those like big 30 plexes that carry movies for months either. So, okay, Dean says don't see Tag.
Hey, Paul's back again.
Back
Hello, Paul.
Hey,
back
Paul.
for punishment.
How's it going?
Good, you guys?
Pretty good.
I'm liking the shelf cast going on with everybody here. Looking great.
I actually keep looking over at my comic shelf because I just reorganized it the other day and I like how it came out. Just to mind the mess around it from displaced items, but there's a... That's not a very good shot of it. But, it's really awkward doing this with a laptop. It's like wired to a whole bunch of crap. But yeah, I got a lot of comics on there.
Derek's rocking the tiger blanket. Nice. Christopher, very nice.
Just say we've been going for an hour and 15. We haven't even done pickups yet.
Yeah, I was going to transition into that. There's a reason I had to reorganize that shelf. Some of it's coming next week, but... So should I start with that just to get it out of the way?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't have that much, but okay, since I just mentioned the comics, I'll do those first. I got the deluxe editions of the second volume for The Flash Rebirth. So I like these hardcovers. That's volumes 3 and 4, and same with Batman Rebirth Deluxe Volume 2. So that's 3 and 4 of that. Looking forward to getting through those. And for video game stuff, I got a package from Musty, which had the manual for 3D Dot Game Heroes and the special edition for Samus Returns.
Yay!
Awesome to get. So that's it for this week. Let's go next.
I can, since I already showed a portion of it, but I'll show it again.
Yep.
The pound HD link cable for the original Xbox.
Who's presenting these videos? Where's the presenter?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Musty
The
has that
production
ability.
value is just dropped off. Like, come on, guys.
Production value.
There used to be animations and sounds, and
now they cut it all. It's all gone.
I know.
We can't even wear hats anymore.
No hats, no drawings, no chimes, no symbols.
Yeah, it's like Curtis left.
That's why Curtis left. Yeah. I like the banners that
they had hats at trivia night.
Nice.
Yeah. And Troy never comes back either because of it.
Yeah.
He really loved the hats and the clown, the beach background, right? But yeah. So, anyways,
sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I got the HD cable for this.
What is that?
It's an adapter that goes into the original Xbox, and it allows you to output to HDMI. It doesn't upscale or anything, and I don't know if there's really any kind of quality bump, but convenience-wise, I can now run that through through all of my switchers much easier. But yeah, the other thing I got, went to Half Price Books. We were up in Cedar Rapids, and I always like going through the video game books and the strategy guides and stuff and finding a nice little stack of Nintendo Powers at $3 a piece. So I don't know if I can quickly just go. Red Steel 2, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, Crystal Bearers, Avatar, Kirby Mass Attack, Mario Sports Mix, Mario 3D Land, Mario Kart 7, Resident Evil Revelations, and Epic Mickey Power of 2. So these are all 2009 and 2011 issues. But yeah, at $3 a pop, I thought it's a good gamble to take.
Yeah.
I like counting by threes.
Was that all your
3,
pickups?
6, 9,
That's everything.
12, 15, 18, 21, 24.
Hey, Jared.
Hey, man. How you going?
Hello.
Hey, Eric. Hey, Muskie. Hey. Looks like two dorks we got here. And Chris. And who's this Paul fella? Hey, my dude. How are you?
He's the guy that originally started the Hangouts.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, is that Cartridge Club?
Yeah, the reason we're here.
Ah, hey, mate. The Godfather.
The Hangout father.
He's a made man. Nice.
Okay,
What are you all doing?
We're just doing the pickups.
This guy is just
I've got nothing.
retro.
I'll just...
What's Retro's name?
That's Jared.
Jared. All right, Jared. Oh, he's going away.
Oh, I'm still here. I'm just muting myself.
Oh, okay. What's it? real quick, Jared. What's your favorite number to count by?
6 or
5,
3.
man. Huh?
Oh, I like 5. 5's good. It's clean. Clean number.
5 is clean. Yeah.
5s and 6s.
I respect that. Oh, 6. 12s always gave me big pain in grade school. Coming up to 144 was a tough one. Anyway, we'll get everybody else's later. So, as you were.
Or not. Who wants to do the pickups next?
Or as you will. Yeah.
I guess I can.
Okay.
So I picked up a heavy hitter for the NES. So
Whoa.
Nice.
Whoa! Tell us the
It's
story.
not whoa. It's
Spoiling the Dollar Dork exclusive.
tell us the story. I went on eBay. I clicked some buttons. That's the story.
Is that right?
There's nothing really. Sorry.
Okay.
Grand adventure.
Is it a Dollar Dork story too? Then I want to.
No, I just mentioned it. I picked it up. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Did you use one of those coupons?
Let's
One of the
see.
eBay percentage off
I
coupons?
believe I did. I did. I can't remember. Oh, I think I had a bunch of eBay bucks saved up. That's what it was.
Wait. Sorry, my phone told me the battery's running low. Flash your goods again on the screen. Flash them. Oh, nice.
And
Did
then
you get a bunch of loonies and spread them out on your bed and roll around like J-Rock? Or
no.
Okay.
Chris doesn't buy
this,
things in loonies.
Fighting
picked
Street.
up Fighting Street.
Fighting Street.
Street Fighter 1.
That should be our game. That way, nobody has any
I don't
unfair.
think
Nobody
people
has any advantage because no one's ever played it.
Or fun, from what I've seen of that game.
Yeah, pretty. It's very stiff, yeah. And let's see, Stargate. I think that was a cheap pickup.
There's a lot happening on the street
Joe,
back then.
is Joe in the corner? What's going on?
Streets of Rage.
What is
Street
that?
Fighter.
It's a
Fight
Atari
Street.
800 XL.
Yeah, I remember
Got
you
that.
tweeted these out before.
Yeah, I got that at a. I got that at a thrift store. I mean, not a flea market. Excuse me, flea market.
Woo!
What the hell was that?
Someone step on a dog.
Oh, no, sorry. I was
Oh, you
cleaning
got
out the air gun. I've got to blow off this PlayStation 3. It's got heat issues.
There's a crate dragon somewhere. Oh!
The RSX reality synthesizer chip is overheated, so it needs to be reseated.
I remind you of the mute button next time you need to use the air gun.
Yeah, sorry.
Obi-Wan Kenobi coming over the ridge.
Wow, 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 wow.
Hold on. Where is that?
And I
There
picked
it
up a
is.
T.
There's the mute buttons in the left corner.
Nice. Some classic sounds.
That has not been overused.
Yeah.
It's been a while on here, at least.
That's original, that sound. Where'd you get that from?
I got it. There's an app for that.
I just have 101
Oh, the
farting
audience
sounds.
made that so much better.
Hold on.
All right, I'm done. I think my last pick was a TI 99
Okay.
with some games. So
I picked up the 40. That was cool. I didn't even have to pay for that.
it wasn't too bad.
Anyone else have pickups?
That's it.
That was a ripper deal. I got a 10 mAh 60 to 0 adjustable current and voltage supply.
Woo.
Neat.
Nice.
No, it's actually pretty good.
Hmm.
It's great if you want to bench test modded shit without blowing it up. Because you can limit the current so that if you've got faults, it doesn't push it through.
Sounds good. Musty, you are not bringing that with to C3.
It's on my phone.
You must
Well,
leave
near
it behind.
Chicago. It must be soon, eh? You guys have been talking about it for a while.
It's the movie horn. Which one's? Ooh, it's Inception noises. Yes, it's 2.5 weeks away.
And you're going to have that horn ready.
That's right.
Everyone will go to buy something, or look at something, and you'll just be in the background, and in the back just going, "Brrr."
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Well, and then some people are. It's only like a week and a half away because they're getting like a full week of vacation, ending with all the stuff.
Did everyone have a good 4th of July? Anyone do anything noteworthy?
Or Canada Day.
We had a good first. Came before America. That's how it works.
Nice.
3 days.
Canada doesn't get the day off, do they?
No,
It was Saturday, wasn't it?
Which
No, it was
carries
a
over
Sunday.
to the Tuesday.
We'll get a Monday off.
Yeah,
We'll get them one day.
We don't get cut out of holiday time. Even when there's not a holiday, we'll just have a long weekend.
What about when the Blue Jays win? Do you get a day off then?
Yeah, we haven't had a day off in a while. We went by that.
Is it 93, right?
Hey, how about them Blue Jays? I got them.
What's your other pickups?
I got an STD.
Oh,
I have a sty growing on my eye. Anybody want to help me with that? I'm just
hard pass.
It's just part of my life now. I picked up some darts.
Yeah.
That is not how you should take care of that thing.
20 yeah.
That's right.
I picked this up. Some old solder.
Looks like a paperclip.
Picked up darts and
I picked up this.
Where are we here?
I picked up actual games since no one else is actually saying anything.
And I got this. You can make a game out of this. It's called Lucky Band. You got this.
Look, see?
Okay, darts. So you actually do have
a game.
That's the show.
No. These, they're all to sell. I already have
See
the Genesis collection. I already have Road Rage, and this I don't need to play, but it still sells for $20.
Still cool. And our actual.
At least they're games and not solder.
They are games.
I actually do have pickups, but I can't bring them to work, unfortunately. I got something really awesome. I got an original copy of Earthbound.
Earthbound original?
Well, it's not a repro, it's legit.
PAL or
like
PAL, yeah.
Not like this one, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Dean has mine.
Your Earthbound Zero?
Yeah.
No, the Super NES one.
Yeah, he has Earthbound Zero.
Yeah, that one.
Dean.
That was another one.
Unless he sold that to you, then.
No,
This
was like pre-club. The only piece of mail that I've ever gotten from a viewer that wasn't then club associated.
All right, can I? What the hell? Get out of here.
Musty, what should we be bringing to C3?
What's that?
What should we be bringing to C3?
What should you be bringing?
Camera?
That's a good question.
How many controllers? Should I bring my Pro controller and my 8-bit DO controller? Or
You think I can hit the dartboard from here?
Oh, mate, you've got to give it a go. I mean, the worst thing that could happen is you could hit the wall.
Yeah, I
Or a dog or a cat that walks past or something.
I'm gonna try to fall. I'm gonna have to throw it pretty high. Like I'm
Have
gonna
had a little bit to drink, but I'm sure I can do it.
up here. But it's gonna come down and it's gonna be like shh, dunk. You ready for this?
Do it.
All right, here we go.
VR headsets ready.
All for the money. Oh!
Swing and a miss.
at least it hit the board.
I mean, it hit
Yeah.
the board. And guess what? He has 2 more darts. All right.
Oh, great!
Just what you guys
Throw them
wanted
both
to
at the
see.
same time. They'll throw them both at the same time.
All right, ready?
So cool.
Oh shit!
That did not hit the
Why-
board.
Press F on your keyboard if you.
Dang it! I put that up so I wouldn't have holes in my wall. Oh well.
Then you just
One
had to
more.
throw from the couch.
Yeah.
Did that fall out?
Can't see.
No, that hit the 6.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
To the
So,
right.
There's one in the top left corner. Is that a dart or something else in the wall?
1.5
the
for
dart.
3.
That is a dart in the wall.
50%. That's a good batting average.
That's C. That's C. That's a pass.
But yeah. There
So,
we go.
Derek, to answer your question,
That's a Star Wars corkboard, by the way. Isn't that? Should I aim for that next? That's a
No.
little more risky.
Why would you do that?
Because then I could either hit the speaker or I could hit the metal movie gallery parking sign that I took legally, and then the chalkboard. I don't think I want to hit that. I'm lucky.
It's fine. You'll just use the force.
Anyway.
So, from an audio recording standpoint, Travis and I have everything covered that I can think of at the moment. As far as systems go, I mean, bring whatever you want. We can still set things up in our I'm assuming that they're going to have this whole section of the hotel floor designated.
Is it going to be like Tana Mogi's concert? You know, like.
I don't think we're
Get overrun.
I'm lost on the reference.
Oh, doesn't matter then. By the time I explain it, it won't even be funny, so I'll just skip over that one.
So I mean, if you want to hook up systems in your respective rooms, by all means, go for it. I was thinking about bringing my PSVR so that people could try it out, since it's practical for me to bring it. But
with some wipes for the
yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, it's for us to get together, but not to trade everything with each other. Like that's we don't need that.
Those pickups, right?
That's right. What'd you pick up? Conjunctivitis. Anyways, yeah. So I mean, for people who are flying, like don't put your stuff at risk. I know that there are plenty of people who are driving, but like if you were going to bring your Switch, now would be a great time to test out that local LAN ability that thing has. If you have games, I'm sure that at some point we could get an 8-player Mario Kart going or something like that. That'd be fun. But a lot of the time that we have in that little like banquet hall space is going to be occupied with podcasts for the most part. So that doesn't mean that that's everything that has to happen. If there's people who want to shuffle off to the side as long, then that's fine. And again, we'll have breaks and we'll have we have some sort of open times to make sure that people want to run out and grab a bite or something that they can really quick. But yeah. What other things are I guess are people
I'll probably
curious about bringing?
In case there's anything to record, pick up like when we're out shopping and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see myself making a video anyway, but I could always capture.
Yeah, that's the tricky thing about this kind of event, right? Is once it gets going, this is kind of how Barry was, right? Once it gets going, it's like I don't want to pick up the camera, like
yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted the last Barry to share it with everybody, but then the whole streaming thing didn't work for some reason. Network error trying to stream to YouTube and Twitch there. But I wouldn't have had time to do much with anyway, but I tried to get people to share the responsibility, and it was almost working out well until the network error thing.
You're already paying for a convention, you can just hire a cameraman.
Yeah. Well, so we are planning to be able to stream what's going on for that period. We're at least we have the right things in place, the things that we need in order to make that happen. It's a matter of will it work, which we won't be able to figure out until we actually get there. But even if it's just a solo hangout that's just a camera focused on what's going on, then people who aren't there can see it, and then again, it'll be something else for those who were either too far away or those who have chosen to not join us. So, Bill, you can let Joe know that it'll be on YouTube if he can pry himself away from his tuna in the morning or whatever.
It was tilapia, wasn't it, that time?
It was tilapia, it was the albacore tuna, and coffee.
and then Eric said that should be a fireable offense.
I agree. Joe says he watches these back too, so he should know.
He does.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, he was here, 2 weeks ago until the...
Yeah. And, obviously last week was just like holidays, so we didn't do one.
Yeah.
I did actually put it live, but no one joined because obviously everyone was busy.
Yeah,
I totally forgot. And I was buying the speakers for my... Oh, that's the other pickup. But that's not in this room. I got the speakers for the theater room.
Nice.
Yeah. Quite excited.
Rusty, I'm sorry. I wanted to go back and ask. I didn't want to interrupt. The ballroom at the hotel, is that all paid up?
Yes. Paid in full, thanks to generous donations from a number of people. So
yeah, okay.
So right. I should say thank you to everyone who did donate, because the other option was to get a head count and distribute it, and I realized that not everybody's. I said it in that little video, right? Like, I know not everyone is capable of donating, and so.
Was there a surplus?
No, we got exactly to the value we needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Had there been a surplus, what would you have done with it?
So the room itself does not have any catering. We could have looked. I suppose we could still look at potentially catering, but the catering menu is
crappy.
It's expensive.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, like
ordering some Chicago pizza, right?
I was gonna say,
So the one thing they said was ordering. Since there's a restaurant attached to this hotel.
Yeah.
Bringing in outside food to that room is off limits.
Forbidden. Okay.
Yeah. So we built some time in so that people want to run. I think there's some places really close by that are fairly efficient. That people could grab lunch, or people could go to that restaurant and pick their own food or something. But yeah, unfortunately,
that's not my one, bro.
Yeah, the option for outside food is not.
No, I think you keep getting confused.
Not an option.
Well, that's where'd you get it from?
And I did ask, so we officially got a no-go on that.
Okay.
But yeah, looking at it, it was like if we wanted, like, maybe I should pull it up. It was just it was like a half, or like a dozen sliders is like $40. It was one of those. Yeah, it was one of those deals, right? Like this place does weddings.
And
it was
food before or after.
Right. I mean, just make sure. I mean, let's make sure we all get a good breakfast, and again, if people want to run and grab a quick snack, and then we'll be done.
Get some kind of second breakfast.
Sure. I was thinking we go out to brunch on Sunday, and we can all have second breakfast. But, sure.
All right. Do we have a head count for this thing? I know you had so many rooms, but do we know how many people are showing up?
15,000.
I don't have an official number.
Am I on mute?
No, you're not.
Stadium
capacity. Oh, hang on. I turned my volume down. Sorry.
Sounded fine before.
Sorry, were you talking, Musty?
I was.
I asked how many head count we have, and then I muted my headphones.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where we're at on head count. Okay. I know that most of the rooms have at least 2 people in it, so that would lead me to believe that we are at least at 30. Plus, if you add the fact that Duke and Tara have 3 kids, then that's at least 33 then to me. then you start adding in J-Rock and others. So I mean, I think we're somewhere between 35 and 40 ish.
Alrighty.
I think.
Thank you.
But yeah. And Bill asked if they'll at least put a coffee urn in there. We can get. They did have refreshment options, which weren't too bad, and they could at least make sure that we've got. You just pull it up because that's the one thing that we kind of were just like we weren't really sure what we would want to what we wanted to do with that. That person's name. Refreshments.
Caleb is coming.
He's
He's back in the mix.
His wife got a new job. So they said they could afford it.
When was that announced?
Just this week.
I think it was. Yeah, that was on Discord.
Oh, Discord. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so I think he's rooming with me now. So
he's rooming with you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because Ryan's rooming with Scott, right? Is that kind of how things worked out? I don't know.
No, Frantic was rooming with Caleb, and then Frantic had to back out.
Frantic was rooming with Chris.
With Chris, sorry, and then Frantic
with me, and I think he had to back out because he had some big expense come up
first too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Melissa's bringing up the possibility of setting up reservations for dinner on the Friday or Saturday, and it's in the chat. You can just look.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah. So,
Bill.
I have the chat open.
Bill could work where I work. Open your mouth, and you become the victim.
So the option for what they refer to as the all day beverage package, which I believe is like if you were doing like seminars, like all day seminars kind of thing, it says $9 per person. Coffee, tea, decaf, sodas, and bottled waters. Like that feels high to me.
Yes.
Yeah. Or we could just go down to CVS or Rite Aid and get some of that stuff. I don't understand.
Right.
Are they going to give us a hassle for bringing drinks into that room?
I would hope not.
Can we just sneak them in? I mean,
if
food's one thing. Drinks.
If we have reusable water bottles or something, like I mean, that's usually how I roll, unless I'm drinking these guys. But
I've usually gotten around like at the Vancouver Retro Expo, like snacks and like water bottles. I just like saying I will keep them in my bag, and I'll like step outside to eat, or I will like step off to the side away from anything valuable to take a drink of water and put it back in the bag.
Yeah,
as long as it's away for the majority of the time, I've gotten away with it.
I think we'll be okay.
But that's just an easy way to get around it that I've found. Is like if you have snacks in your bag, step outside to eat.
Well, and it's like you can't expect podcasters to not have a beverage. Yep. But am I going to expect to pay $10 for you to give me water? Like
ridiculous. Yeah, bring a water bottle.
Like I need to go to the bathroom. Just refill at the fountain or something. But yeah, Melissa's talking about food options, and yes, whoever wants to go ahead and plan that. If she wants to head that up, I'm down. But we were talking about doing the deep dish competition, right? Like Giordano's one night and Lou's another night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be tough bringing 40 people, 35 people into a. Well, Lou's, you're not going to bring anybody in because it's a carry-out place. Isn't that true?
Not all of them are.
Did you find any nearby that we should probably
nearby.
Make sure?
Let me confirm.
Okay.
Malnati's.
And Giordano's we could do. We might have to call them earlier in the day, though.
Yeah, just to give them. Well, should we? That almost be a. Hey, we're bringing 25 people.
We might have to book it as a party. Book a room to get that big of a. we'll see. I don't know. I'll talk to Melissa.
Okay.
She knows all about Giordano's.
The carryout place, if there's like a park nearby, you could always do that. If there's like seating at the park for enough people or something.
I also wanted to ask Musty, I'm sorry. I was just looking at the schedule. You mentioned the Street Fighter tournament. Is there any other schedule right now in the plan, in the works for that Saturday?
Scheduled? No. Okay. I wanted to. I was playing that game of, hey, I want to leave this as open as possible because I don't want to assume that everyone wants to do the same thing. I know that using Friday as an example, right? Some people want to go see the baseball game, but I know not everyone wants to go see the baseball game. So those who want to do that, I would say go for it, get your tickets, figure out how you're going to get there and back. And then, those of us who aren't, we'll figure out what we want to do.
Okay.
Whether we do that together as a group or whether we break into smaller teams or whatever. Like I know, like example, Miles and Catherine are getting there early. Travis is getting there early. So they're going to have done some things that maybe are more suitable for smaller groups. Prior to that, I know the thought of an escape room came up. But again, that comes down to reservation and needing kind of commitment out of people. And so by not scheduling things, it kind of makes it tough because we can't do those things that need reservations, but it also means that we can kind of roll with whatever people are feeling. And if that's just chilling out, then, I mean, that's what happened at Barry, right? Like,
yeah. Well, I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah.
But
so the nearest Lou Malnati's is a full service restaurant and bar in Lincolnwood. It's the one in Lincolnwood, which is just minutes away.
Okay.
That's the nearest one. Yep.
So Saturday, though, in the ballroom, you are planning on there's going to be people set up with potentially game systems, podcasting equipment, and it's just going to be, they'll do their thing whenever they feel like it, right? And it's
so we've got
free for all.
We have a schedule for the podcast entertainment.
Oh, you do?
Yes. So
is that's not in the document that you linked to?
It's not because we haven't released the schedule yet. We just Travis and I just finalized it today.
That's fine. I just wanted to know if so there will be a podcast schedule at least.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I don't need to push on it now. We
Whoa, what is happening here?
I don't know. Derek just started sharing this, so I figured I'd present it.
What's happening? Oh, I'm not.
It looks like there's camera. There's like a little car with a camera on it. They
GoPro on a Hot Wheel.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like I'm in a Smashing Pumpkins video.
Or at the very least, segments of either Wallace and Gromit or alternately Ant-Man.
Forza Horizon 4.
Isn't 3
I want that
the Hot Wheels add-on though?
3 does have the Hot Wheels add-on.
Has anybody played that? That seems really cool.
No, I want to.
It looks amazing.
I want to get that, but I want to get like the whole Game of the Year edition, and
yeah, that one's $120.
It's too expensive.
130.
Oh, just wait till 4 comes out, and then 3 will plummet.
That's what I was thrilled that they announced 4 because I'm like, oh, good, 3 will go down in price now.
Well, 4's on Game Pass, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. 4 will be on Game Pass.
Yeah,
but it's the Hot Wheels expansion. That's the.
Does this have a camera on a Hot Wheel?
Yep.
Yeah, Hot Wheels released a car in partnership with GoPro that you can attach your GoPro session onto.
Oh my gosh.
Session being the cube one. Oh,
That's what those YouTube
So this is
videos are
official.
all
This
about.
isn't a custom job.
No, it's not a custom job. There are lots of custom jobs out there, and there's also a Hot Wheels car that had a camera built in that looked more like a car that I actually found in a garage sale 2 days after this for 50 cents. And it works too. It's not as good a quality video. This camera that's on here can do 4K.
Wow.
I mean, this isn't a 4K video as far as I remember. I don't think
cool.
it's 4K. Yeah. A 1440.
There's
I
a
can
little
feel
bit
the
of delay.
initialization, that's why.
Yeah. They're dropping some frames.
Yeah,
Yeah, no doubt.
a lot of bit of delay.
All right, I'm gonna end share now. I'm actually gonna leave now. It's friggin' 5 minutes of midnight
Okay.
here. All right, it's
See
fun
you,
here.
Derek.
Yeah, have a good night.
Good night.
See ya.
That poster
Bye,
really
Derek.
scared me. That's a freak.
He left because you joined.
Because Rocket joined.
Because Rocket joined, yeah.
Hey, Ryan.
How's it going? I'll be on a
Ryan
second
and his
here.
Yeah.
crappy Brewers just
Keep winning.
just ruining the major leagues with their
Goodness.
going against the grain. No, they're pretty exciting to watch these days.
Won again today.
How can you be mad at the Brewers? I mean, they don't really do anything. So yeah, they're the new Chicago Cubs.
Don't say that.
Cubbies.
But yeah, so
Well,
the Cubs are in town that Thursday. So if you're coming in Thursday, there is a Cubs game that afternoon, I think. Otherwise, the White Sox and Blue Jays are in town all week, and
Oh,
Friday,
nice.
Saturday, Sunday.
The hell is that?
Somebody's 3D printing.
That's that GoPro.
Eric, you're building a Millennium Falcon, or
No, it's built. I'm done. Finished it about a month ago, I think. I can't remember. But I moved it in here because my nephew was in town.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't want him touching it or even looking at it. I threw a sheet over it so he wouldn't know what it was, and I sequestered it in this room.
You didn't wonder what that shelf full of like
That hunk of
Old.
junk.
No,
old
The garbage will do.
Genesis stuff.
no, he didn't pay attention to this room at all. I mean, there's
Probably
glass on
thought
the
they were
doors.
books.
No, these are games. These are all games behind me.
Nobody probably thought they were books.
Oh yeah. He probably did. Yeah.
His games are like this thin or
Yeah.
or like this small.
Yeah. We did set him up with Streets of Rage, which he loved.
Not Fight Street or
No, this is a Sega house.
whatever that
Final
game
Fight,
was.
you mean? Final Fight?
Street
Or-
fighting.
Oh no, we didn't. No, nor fighting Streets. He did love Streets of Rage though, and he didn't touch my Millennium Falcon, which so success.
I always tried to time the first to like when the bass started in.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I never
It's
thought of
exact.
that. Maybe I'll try that.
gets you really pumped.
Yeah. So the White Sox 7:10 on Friday, 6:10 on Saturday, and then 1:10 on Sunday. Just
Okay.
FYI.
Thanks.
It's a lot of games for you guys to go to.
Oh, we would go to one maybe.
It's awesome. Oh, I'd go to all of them.
Maybe Friday. Saturday, I'm
Yeah.
planning on hanging out in the ballroom and wandering around, finding somebody to talk to.
Yeah, there were some who were saying that they were looking at Friday. Now I don't know if there's like those who are driving in on Friday that's going to get them there. Like I don't know how early they're going to leave. They're probably going to be wiped. So going to a baseball game on the way is probably it's possibly something that they might do, but I don't know. That'd be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a good time.
I'm excited. I know some people are saying they wanted to go thrifting. I know some people said they wanted to hit up game shops. I that file I put together has locations for both. And those don't include the standard GameStops. But those are easy to find.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. There's also in that area, I think Play and Trade is still around.
Yeah, there's one. There's one that Chris, the old ass retro gamer, talked about that has closed, so I should delete that from the list. But it's called People Play Games. C3 Plans.
And people do play games, so it's a good name.
That's right. Well,
it'd be weird if it was like amphibians play games. I gotta check this out.
Points of interest. Let me edit this down. But yeah, I have the addresses for the nearest Lou's and the 2 nearest Giordano's in there. Let me just reshare this link.
I would just be eating pizza nonstop because that's all I want out of life is pizza.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the file that I've been working on.
What's the best Chicago deep dish place that you'll recommend for people to go to when they get there?
Apparently, there's a competition surrounding that.
Yeah, we're gonna go to a bunch of them and find out.
Oh man, I might fly down just for that.
Yeah, I don't want to salt the well, so I'm not gonna.
I think Bill won. Eat nothing but pizza.
Yeah, Bill has made that totally clear.
Is he still in the chat?
Rocket?
No, Bill.
Was he just watching us?
He was. Hey, Chris, if you guys go thrifting, you need to get those two to film a Thrifty Dorks episode.
That's up to Derek.
I know. I'll bug him about it because I don't think they've put out a video in a while.
I think Cynthia's very on board with going places.
Okay.
So that's why there's a list: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Goodwills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Salvation Armies. A couple Savers.
Nice.
I'm sure there's other like mom and pop thrift shops that I don't know how to search for.
Savers. That's Value Village.
Yep.
Can you add the Billy Goat Bar to the hot dog and burgers location?
The Billy
and
Goat
remove
Bar.
Portillo's because they're trash.
Did he just say what I think he said?
You just heard correctly. Because their hot dogs are trash.
Again.
I cannot believe I just heard that. No one has
again.
ever said Portillo's is trash. I have never heard that.
Their hot dogs are trash. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I don't like that crisp skin that they have on it. It's gross.
Yeah, or the salad bar on top, I'm sure, right?
Ugh, even worse. Italian beef isn't bad, but I'm sorry,
So
if your main calling card is hot dogs, your hot dogs suck.
No, I think their main calling card is beef.
Well, they advertise themselves. It's listed as hot dogs as the sheet I'm looking at.
All right. Golly, Rocket's wrong.
Rocket is right. And I've had hot dogs once in Chicago and once in New Berlin or Brookfield. It's garbage.
Musty.
Yes, I hear you.
What are we going to allow this? You're a Portillo's fan, aren't you?
I am a Portillo's fan.
Even the hot dogs?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm usually getting the one that
not a hot dog. Huh?
No, I don't. I go there for the sausage.
Chocolate shake isn't bad there. Chocolate shake is pretty good. But
the cake is good.
Do you ever get the combo, Musty? The beef with sausage?
Yes, that's one of them. There's another one that's a double. I think it's one Italian and one Polish.
What? I've never had that one.
I'm looking. Hold on, let me look
I
it
love
up.
this idea. Anyway, we don't take Portillo's off. I am sure there
No,
are a
I'm
bunch
not.
of
I'm not taking Portillo's off.
I'm sure there are a bunch of
any
us.
other hot dog places that I'm sure are significantly better? Because I do love Chicago style hot dogs. Without the crap on top.
Isn't Portillo's vegan beef? Does Portillo's serve Vienna
I don't
beef hot
see it
dogs?
in the window. I don't see the Vienna beef in the window.
Okay, well then we got to go to a place that does Vienna beef
There you go.
hot dogs. You can get behind that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Isn't there Mr. Beef?
I love Vienna hot dogs. They're fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right. So we're
we will
we're
add
good again.
to the list. We will add to the list. Yeah. So there's two different combo beef. One is beef and Italian sausage. And another one is the big beef combo. But I swear the last time I went, they had a double sausage sandwich.
Oh man. I'm
so good.
Treadmill and just stay on a treadmill for the next 2 weeks, so that I can eat all this.
What a Chicago hot dog is again?
Yeah, I got one pulled up right now.
Lay it on.
Is that with the salad on top?
It's got the salad on top. Yeah.
Mustard, relish, celery salt, chopped onions, sliced red ripe tomatoes, kosher pickle, and sport peppers on a poppy seed bun.
If you have to put all that crap on something to make it edible, I guess, right?
You can forget the hot dog and nobody would notice till you're halfway through.
If you would prefer to do a chili cheese dog, they do that as well at Portillo's.
I prefer they get out of the hot dog business.
There's also the char grilled Maxwell Street Polish sausage.
That's good.
Which has caramelized onions and mustard and looks amazing.
Yes.
You guys are almost as bad as Canadians making pizza. They're just like, just put all the ingredients underneath the cheese and we'll make it nice and warm like a casserole. Well, if you want a flipping casserole, then make a casserole. Don't confuse pizza with
That's
casserole.
also Chicago style pizza.
Yeah, basically.
Now I want to ask about this. Now, Musty or Rocket or anybody from the Chicago area, have you ever had, what do we call them, Melissa? Super dogs. It's a hot dog bun with a tamale and then a hot dog in it and then chili poured over the whole thing.
I've never not had that. No.
Oh, does Portillo's do those? Are they in the Portillo? See if Melissa will respond.
I'm looking in the Portillo's, like the specialty, the exclusives section, and there's nothing like that.
I bet you could tell them to make you a chili cheese dog and tell them throw a tamale on there. Because they serve tom-tom tamales.
They don't offer tamales.
No, they do. They do. They have tom-tom tamales, which are perfect.
You even taste the hot dog by the time you're done eating.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You can taste it.
That salad you put on it,
No, because that's it. It's a bun with a sliced lengthwise tamale with the hot dog inserted, chili poured over the top.
Holy shit.
There's no salad, there's no vegetables, there's no plant material at all.
You have to eat that on the
Except for the
shitter,
corn.
or do you have one in your bag?
It's recommended to be close. Yeah. They're fantastic. All right. I know what I'm going to show you guys. I know what we have to do now. We got to get a super dog.
Let me see if there's some places that advertise.
Isn't there a place called Super Dog in Chicago?
Yeah. Melissa will tell me what it's really. Melissa, where are you?
Oh, they spell it with a W.
Rocky, you put ketchup
There's
on your
a place
hot dog?
called Super Dog.
Of course.
DAWG.
Yeah, Super Dog. Tom Tamale. Round 2 is in. I knew I could count on Dean. No, your uncle. No, we'll do. I bet we can get Portillo's to make one of these.
I know this place. Yes, we'll go there. Super Dog.
Will they do one with a tamale on it?
I heard it from the Travel Channel, the Super Dog.
Hold on. Looking at their menu right now. Just want to confirm. I know this place because there's two iconic, or at least statues that I've seen on more than one occasion.
Yeah.
Super Dog, poppy seed bun, pure beef hot dog.
Do your food.
Escorted by super fries. Piccalilli, chop span. So this does not have a tamale in it.
Okay, that's all right.
What's that place?
There's a place called Super Dog.
Yeah.
There's a place I saw on the Travel Channel, and maybe it was David Tell's.
The Flavor Town.
No, that one where David Tell was like doing his after doing a stand up, he get drunk and go around and eat food. And one of them was like some place where, and I think Conan actually went there too, or something like that. Or he sent Jack Bryan from who was on 30 Rock there too. But essentially, the night shift gets real raunchy, and like people say, fuck you, motherfucker, and everyone's like, fuck you back. What do you want for eat? I'm like, oh, that sounds like a cool place. I want to go there.
Hold on.
Are you asking about what that place is called?
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. I should actually look it up and say, let's go there. I can place.
This is in Chicago. It's not Ed DeBevick's.
Nope, it's in Chicago. It's like a hot dog.
Ed DeBevick's is awesome.
So what do you put on a cheeseburger in Chicago? Like just cheese, or do you put like
American cheese because it's America?
Like,
no, nothing special.
There's not like a special. Yeah, there's no special burger.
You guys are just obsessed with hot dogs that way.
Yeah.
And deep dish pizza.
And deep dish pizza.
Yeah,
and sausage.
And Eli's cheesecake.
Oh,
that thin crust was pretty good that you had.
Chicago makes popcorn. That's good
stuff. Garrett's popcorn. Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I go through the airport, I get a bag of Garrett's.
Leave your fingers just a little bit orange for a couple days.
Garrett's popcorn rocket.
It's
It's popcorn. What do you want me to say?
Chicago mix.
The Chicago mix is amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Eric, what was that pizza place that your pops got for us?
That was Taylor Street.
Too far.
The day we were coming back from Barrie.
Yeah.
I don't know where there's another one, but you could look it up. I know there's a few of them, but I don't know where they are.
And your
That's
family
a good
insisted
thing
that we ate, but it was really good. Yeah, I wasn't planning on eating, but it was damn good, so I kept popping them in my mouth.
Yeah, that thing I could wipe out easily. It's so easy.
So this Super Dog place offers something they call Super Tamales. So I'm sure that they would do what it is that you're asking them to do.
I'm sure they would. You just buy them separately and tell them just combine them together, please.
Can you just throw it on one plate?
Yeah.
I went to the grocery store and I bought 27 items. Can you put this on my hot dog? Yeah, sure. It's Chicago. Why not?
Yeah, they also, be careful though. Yeah, no ketchup.
They've got super chili as well. So super tamales and super chili.
Well, I'm bringing super ketchup. Make it edible.
Melissa says that we're the only ones who call it that, but her uncle will do it, and she says that we're the only ones. But trust me, I'm sure we could get somebody to throw a tamale on a hot dog for us and cover it in chili.
If the amount of toppings can't be purchased at the express lineup, then it can't fit on a hot dog.
Leslie, did you find the Billy Goat bar?
Billy Goat bar. Where
I believe Chris
that?
mentioned me. I believe it's downtown.
So there's like 3 Billy Goat taverns and like the Loop. So that's like downtown. Like
they used to have one by Wrigley. They used to have one right across the street from Wrigley, but that one closed.
Nope. Well, they know. Yeah,
it's closed. Yeah, because I know that's the place where they do the cheeseburger at. You know, I've been there a couple times.
Tavern. Yeah. So there's
no fries, chips.
Cheeps.
Yeah, there's two locations. One of them. Hold on, locations.
Well, eggs. You know, over easy, some pancakes. Cheeseburger? No. It's breakfast. No. He's stupid. Cheeseburger.
Yeah, so there's a few locations, but they're all very downtown. Like as far downtown as you can get. But I'll put it on the list. I'll put it down. For sure.
Listed as cheeseburger place.
I'm putting it under the hot dogs and burgers place. I'll get the address. 430 North Michigan. And we'll put Super Dog. Wheeling.
You're putting the one in Wheeling? Is that closer?
Yeah, well, I'll have to look.
Because I'm looking up the one on...
There's one in
Chicago. They're both on Milwaukee Avenue.
Yeah, one's on Devon.
Sounds like a good town.
Devon, Milwaukee. Yeah. That's the one... That's the one I've never been in there, but I used to pass by it all the time.
It's got the big flexing hot dog on it.
Yeah.
Because he's super.
And there's also Mr. Where's Mr. Beef?
Mr. Beef.
Oh, that one, Skokie's right there.
I wonder. So Friday is student day, at least here at Goodwill in this area. So I wonder if Friday when I come down, Goodwill discount is. Savers.
At Mr. Beef or Super Dog?
I was looking at the Goodwill locations here.
Oh.
I gotta get there before everyone else does.
Thought you weren't coming down till Friday.
I am.
Wow.
But they put out new stuff on Friday. Let's get there Friday morning.
The one in Chicago might be closer.
Okay.
The Super Dogs I'm talking about now. It might be.
Which one of the game stores is the one you bought your Buster Douglas from?
I don't know. Melissa, do you remember what the name of the guy's place was?
I can't hear her.
She's in the chat.
I know.
The ones that I had written down were Games R Us. That's on the south side. Video Games Then and Now, Play and Trade, The Exchange, Play It Retro, Back in the Game, and I put down Woodfield Mall in case people want to, like, there's a ton of stuff there, and lots of GameStops, but
let's go shopping.
You didn't like that guy, did you, though?
No, his deals kind of suck.
Yeah. Okay.
And by that, I mean he does no deals.
Superdog might not be too far, depending on where we are in Skokie. I got to look at the map. Okay. Sorry. I'm still fixated on that.
And we'll get Mr. Beef on the... Oh, Mr. Beef is at 666 North Orleans.
Sounds like a good building.
That's probably the place you want to get your hollow or your pepper put on there.
Yeah.
Extra hot.
White Castle. We shouldn't have any problem finding a White Castle.
Yeah, there's one on... The closest one's on Harlem Avenue. It's not far.
I can bring it down on my way down. There's one on my way down here.
The White Castle would be perfect to bring into that hall if they weren't such sticklers. Because you could go out there and buy like 100 of these hamburgers, right?
Yeah, you can get the Crave case or the Crave Crate.
Crave Crate, yeah.
Yeah, because the case comes like a briefcase.
I mean, I would even say, like, let's have them... If we could pay them a small surcharge to, like, let us bring in that instead, because...
But they don't want you to bring in your own food?
No, they don't.
We
What kind of horseshit is that?
It's a place that hosts like wedding events and stuff like that, receptions.
You know what you just do is you bring it, bring it in a case. I'm like, nope, this is just a briefcase.
Yeah, no one can
Sure.
tell. Yeah. You can't smell White Castle from a block away.
Yeah, those disgusting onions that are steamed on them.
Oh, jeez.
I swear, it's just an NES sleeve. You're like eating the burger out of the sleeve.
That's right. Well, Bill says he'll take care of it for us.
I got his back too.
We'll get Bill to sweet talk him.
Mm-hmm. Put on the old Canadian charm.
I mean, can we pull the like? This person has a strict dietary restriction where they have to eat every 2 hours.
30 burgers.
They have to eat White Castles. Come on.
They have to eat White Castle every 2 hours. Otherwise, this is on you. I mean,
they're not going to be
gonna
watching
be
the room. I'm sorry, but they're not going to be watching the room.
No, but you could
Closed door.
They're not. They're
you
not,
can smell White Castle.
Put an egg in your shoe and
Hey.
beat it.
I mean, I don't want to put anyone's credit card at risk. Let me
Yeah,
just say
I don't
that.
want anybody getting in trouble either.
Let me just say that.
Oh, you can bring food to your room, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're bringing this to our room. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We'll work
Well, if
it
you
out.
want to take a break and run up to your room, then that works.
The shakes are good there, though.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. There's going to be plenty of time
Trying
for
not to sweat the
overeating.
details right now. Yeah, like I'll probably still be good from Friday night.
All right. I got to cut out, guys. This was fun. I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
All right.
Good night, all.
Pizza.
Uncle Marty's chicken.
So you guys only like 2 pizza places in Chicago?
Those are the 2 to go.
Really? I mean, you guys don't have like a third, like a backup in case you can't get into these other places?
Well, they have other locations.
Yeah. I mean,
there's one place that I would take us to, but they are this like real small location, and like we would practically have to rent the place out for the night because it probably doesn't hold 40 people.
Can't just get them and go.
No, I mean it's not like that. It's the Chicago Pizza and Grinder Company. It's right across the street from the. It's right across the street from the lot that formerly was the warehouse where the St. Valentine's Day massacre happened.
Ooh. Let's go take a look at that.
The pizza's really good. It's just an empty lot right now. The building got tore down.
Dang.
You could find all this information out if you took the gangster tour, which is on that list.
Meh. Well, too much work. I just want pizza.
Do they let you bring your own pizza and hot dogs on the tour?
I don't know.
It should be allowed.
Might be an upseller, right?
All I know is they're wearing suits. They talk with about as thick of a Chicago accent as you can find.
So they sound like the guys from Saturday Night Live, the Bears guys.
Oh no, this is. I mean,
I had my third bypass.
just having a heart attack.
The doctors call it a baker's dozen.
There was a rumor that Al Capone was in Saskatchewan where I went to school, and so they have this tourist attraction, no word of a lie. It's called the Tunnels of Moose Jaw, and yeah, they like dress up and like the women are like dressed as flappers and the guys are dressed as gangsters and stuff, and you're going through these tunnels and they're like, oh man, it sounds like the boss is here, and so they like rush out of the room with the tour, and it's pretty fun. But apparently, like back during Prohibition or something, there was some sort of rumor going around that he had ties to Moose Jaw.
They insane the Tunnels of Moose Jaw.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt very much that he
ever smuggling booze from Canada to America.
Come up here, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Saskatchewan's not that close to Chicago, so I'm not sure.
That's a long tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dug it with only this spoon.
The Willis Tower. That sounds stupid.
That is stupid. I resist.
You know, there's things like that in Milwaukee where it's like, no, we just still call it this. I know it's been renamed and all because of sponsorship, but nobody calls it that.
Right. Guaranteed rate field, please.
Mm-hmm. What we got here? Logan Arcade, Uptown Arcade. Which one was the one that Caleb mentioned?
It's pretty cool.
That one, I need to add that still. That was in Indiana.
Mm.
Isn't there
Did you just about
pinball arcade in Chicago?
What's that?
Isn't there a pretty cool like pinball arcade in Chicago?
Galloping Ghosts is kind of the iconic one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in Chicago. It's like southwest suburbs. It's like a 40-minute cab ride from where we're at.
And there's a decent barbecue joint not far from there too.
A what?
A barbecue joint.
Barbecue joint. Okay.
Like your pulled porks or your briskets.
Yeah, I need to add that one that Caleb was talking about because told him I would. But I'd drive into Indy. Like just me driving to Indiana doesn't seem very practical. But
I was gonna rent a car to go see Ryan, I think on Thursday, but I don't know. I might split a car. Be willing to split a rental car with people if they want to go to Galloping Ghost. Just have to figure out which day.
That's a fun place. There's corners of it that are fucking incredibly hot because there's like no air and it's just games on top of games. But
Games and sweaty dudes.
Isn't just a giant warehouse just full of cabinets?
Yeah, it's like a strip mall that was 4 buildings knocked down. Basically, like there was 4 different businesses. It seems like where they started off in this one section, bought out the next building, knocked down the wall, put stuff over there, then knocked down that wall and put more stuff over there.
Because I think their website said they have over 550 cabinets.
Yeah. And they're stacked on top of each other. Like the shmup corner is the section I'm talking about where there's just like no ventilation. But yeah, because that's how they have it all. They have it kind of organized by I guess type of arcade games, if you will.
Arcade.
I do recommend if you do get to try it, the F-Zero machine, because that's a lot of fun. Where the turns are immediate and hard. No, there's a Metal Gear Solid arcade cabinet. Was never released in the United States as well there.
Rocket, we started the season 0-3 in our slow pitch league. And we won 5 straight.
That's
thanks
cool.
to my managerial skills, I think. So.
How you hitting?
This last game I didn't hit very well, but the first one or the one before last, our 4th win, we me and the wife were hitting the height off the ball. We were on base, and I think we scored 4 out of 5 times we were on base. So yeah, going pretty good.
That's cool.
Last game was pretty bad.
Yeah, that happens. We lost our first game today. I can't remember the score, but we won the second one like 17-15 today. So that was a fun one.
It's a close one.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
I'm usually pitching, and
I hate that.
I tell people that I pitch because I'm really not very good at any other position, which is kind of true. So I'll catch, I'll pitch, or I'll play first.
I used to love playing infield, but like now all I want to do is just like DH and play catcher. I want like nothing to do with like running around. That like sucks. I really just can I just hit? Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's all I want.
That's all I really want to do is just hit.
My pitch is kind of, I'm not putting it's a low competitive league. We have 5 guys, 5 girls, and some of them are families and stuff. So it's a low competition. It's not anything crazy, but so I'm not going to put nasty spin on the ball or anything, but
gotta learn a knuckleball or something.
Well, pretty well. What I do is kind of like a knuckleball because it's got 0 spin on it, but it's because I'm most accurate with it. So I basically just, the ball's there. I basically just grab it on the back side, and I just kind of just let it like pinch out of my thumb like a lobster.
Is it a plate mat league or is it just behind the plate?
Yeah, we have a 2x3 mat.
Okay.
And it kind of follows a trajectory like this, and then all the last minute it's just like.
See, I hate plate mat. I just like behind the plate. Essentially, is what it is because they have to pitch you deeper, which is like right into my like hitting zone.
Do you have a certain arc you have to follow?
6 to 12 feet.
So how do you know if it's a strike?
If it hits, there's usually it's the length of the batter's box. So that's like the furthest you can go back, and then like behind the plate. So anything directly behind the plate, including the black, will be a strike. That's what I prefer. Most of the leagues that play around here now are just plate mat. So if it hits the plate, it's a strike. If it hits the mat, it's a strike. That way, it's like easier on the ref or the umpire.
Oh, okay.
I don't like that because they can pitch you shorter, and that's the main reason I don't like plate mat.
So like you don't want to. You want the plate to be safe, or a ball, but you have like a black mat behind it.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer that because then they have to pitch you deeper. But that's right in my strike zone. Deeper pitches are right in my strike zone. But
yeah, that's true.
But that's just me. I mean, it's a pitcher's advantage. You want that front of the plate if you can get it.
Yeah.
Hi, Mrs. Q Dog. Just reading the chat.
I'm probably going to have to duck out here pretty soon, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at the 2.5 hour mark, just about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
All your restaurant talk sent me on a quest for a vegan pizza delivery place that's open right now. Apparently Panago.
So is it just cheese and tomato?
No cheese.
No, vegan, no cheese. So
Yeah, but they do have like this Daya no dairy cheese. I'll try it.
That's not cheese.
I know it's not cheese, but it's an alternative. It doesn't really matter. I would even avoid it, but you need something to adhere the toppings at least.
Sticks.
Elmer's.
Glue.
Grass.
I did get like a veggie pizza with no cheese from another place that I like, but it's just like you have to be really careful because the toppings will just fall right off. It's good, but it's just difficult to eat.
What's that guy's name that he does a lot of like pseudo videos about like kind of the popular topics to talk about, like, you know, he talks about veganism, he talks about
You are covering like such a wide area of possibilities here.
getting a job and earning an education. He's the redheaded guy with the ponytail. Anyway.
Not a clue.
Louis C.K.?
No, he's on Facebook a lot, and it's pretty funny. But yeah, he makes a vegan pizza, and basically he takes a bunch of cucumbers and he puts them on the plate, and then he purees some cucumber and puts that on the crust, makes the sauce, and then he shreds some cucumber and puts that on as the cheese. And it's just this like sopping wet mess.
That's actually, even as a vegan, that's funny.
But the way he talks about it, like, he knows what he's talking about. He's not just like, vegans suck because I
yeah,
like
but he's
America.
making a joke about it.
Not like meat. Like he makes it a clever joke, and it's pretty entertaining. Because in some ways, like, if you didn't care to think about, how vegans eat and stuff, you're even learning something, or you're like questioning some of your predispositions to that, and then he's also he's kind of making fun of it's kind of undetermined whether he is like a vegan anyway. It's just he's just happening to laugh at it too. So.
Yeah, like
I love the cucumber thing because I'm like, cucumbers on everything. Like, it's hard to do. I know I've heard and seen some good recipes.
Dean's apparently giving a thumbs up in the chat to the Daya cheese. I tried like the ones you buy at the store, and I didn't think it was that good, but it could just have been a hit or miss thing for me. I actually like the chow slices.
Where's Dean? Is he working?
I don't know. He's just in the chat. Anyway, but just for the sake of explaining what the hell that would even be, the vegetarian pizza, I'd just get no cheese. The one I got before is green peppers. I would get the mushrooms taken off because I don't like mushrooms. Onion, pineapple. Yes, there's pineapple. It's double blasphemy. Black olive and fresh tomato.
So, what's the crust?
It's crust.
But like
that doesn't need to have milk in it or anything.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you did want to try just as a random off-topic recommendation for a vegan meat type thing, if you wanted to try it, I'm kind of a little bit more expensive end, but the field roast apple sage sausages are really good, actually. When I first started doing the vegan thing, I rolled my eyes at all the alternative stuff, and then I tried some of it, and it's actually pretty good. There's a lot of crap though.
I've seen some interesting videos about like synthetic proteins and stuff. Yeah, like the super beef and super chicken and stuff like that. You see those?
Never heard of that. I've heard of the Beyond Burger and stuff like that.
Like they'll make the chicken, a lot of times they're like, well, sometimes you can make it taste kind of close to what that would taste like, but it's the texture that throws people off sometimes. So
yeah, getting the texture right is kind of important. Like, it's never going to be like the same, but you don't really want it to be.
They're actually making basically like synthesized chicken proteins with even like kind of, they make it so that it feels like it's muscle texture. It was pretty interesting.
Might be a little too far.
As far as making it like sustainable, it's more coming from the sustainable approach more than like not animal products.
Yeah, like kind of like the test tube meat type thing.
Synthetic meat.
Yeah, because they're like, well, I mean, it's not going to be very viable to keep, head of cattle and
killing like 70 trillion animals a year, something like that.
So they're making this alternative, and it's it has more proteins, more nutrients in it than the actual meat.
Yeah, because that's all secondhand nutrients anyway.
Yeah.
The animals got it from eating vegetables.
That's right. Yeah, there's just
like
so
people
much.
joke about the soy, and like 90% of the soy production is for animal feed.
Yeah. So they're basically injecting it with like the super vitamins and proteins and stuff.
Yeah,
even bodybuilders be like, well, it contains more protein. I have to eat less chicken and less beef than I normally would, because you can get 3 times the amount in one chicken breast than you would with 3 actual breasts of chicken. So
the closest like chicken thing I've found like chicken is the Gardein chickenless tenders. The Gardein, it's actually pretty good. The coating does kind of tend to fall off a little bit, but they're pretty good.
Morningstar.
What?
Morningstar. That's the chickenless chicken patties.
Never heard of it. Must not be a thing here, or I've just never seen it.
Yeah, it's like the main grocery store brand.
Yeah, I don't really like search these out. It's an occasional thing.
Shouldn't this be called chicken flavored patties as opposed to me chicken?
They're like chicks, CHIX patties. That's what I think.
Yeah, but
something else to define.
It's better than meatless meat, right? Like
I was doing when I gave up meat for Lent. I did it a few years ago. I was doing like grilled cheese sandwiches, and then basically those whatever, I guess veggie patties, if you will, for burgers. I was doing a lot of those.
There's a lot of bad veggie patties.
Yeah, ketchup works though. Ketchup really, covers that up real nicely. I wasn't doing veganly though. I was That was
probably after your slaughterhouse experience, right?
No, I did it just because I was trying to get my dad to stop smoking, and I kind of gave an agreement that like I would give up meat if he gave up smoking, but he quit after like 2 weeks. So, but I stuck with it for the 40 days of Lent. So, because I was kind of testing myself to see how far I can go. So,
I've made it a year so far.
Yeah.
Just about a year and a month.
Chris Armont, it's gonna be Gargoyle's Quest.
Well, that looks good.
In September.
Yeah, let's get the vote right here.
I didn't mean to like go into like a whole vegan topic.
No, we took you through Chicago cuisine, so we're even.
And I had questions.
Did you guys?
I had to hear about a lot of meat for a while there.
And just diarrhea chili.
Yeah, you redefined the term deep dish during that conversation for me.
Yeah. All right. But how terrible? Well, you probably think that Canadian pizza is pretty good, but I think it's pretty terrible. But
I don't really have anything to compare it to.
Well, yeah, most natives are like, well, it's pretty good. I mean, it's got dough and it's got cheese and it's got all of mom's casserole ingredients. It's pretty good. But it drives me nuts.
I actually like doing little simple, like almost like flatbread pizzas at home. It's just easier and cheaper and tastier most of the time.
That's how bad it's gotten. We've had to make our own pizza at home. Can't find one place.
Pretty simple.
Makes good pizza. I made there was somebody in one of our local buy and sells was like, I'm looking for the best pizza place in Red Deer. Any recommendations? So of course everybody had their recommendations. So I just chimed in and I just posted a simple Paul's 5 rules for picking a pizza place. Rule number 1: if the establishment you're ordering from advertises as 2 for 1 pizza, chances are, if they have to sell you 2 pizzas for the price of 1, the 1 pizza is probably not even worth eating. So don't go there.
If you're ever in, sorry to cut you off, but if you're ever in Maple Ridge, my recommendation is Express Pizza.
Express Pizza. Yeah,
the image like on their front page is terrible, and I've told them about that before. Because their pizza looks really good, but that picture is terrible. It's like probably the first one they took out of the oven, and they never changed the picture. But that's a really good place.
Do you guys get like a lot of the like your hole in the wall strip mall places, if you will, for pizza?
That is a hole in the wall place.
Yeah, like we got a bunch here. I mean, I don't enjoy them because to me it seems like almost all of them have the same like generic sauce recipe, if you will, or it must come from a can.
Oh, there's very little ingenuity that comes from our pizza establishment.
No, there are fantastic pizza places around here, but like, it seems like anyone that's like in a strip mall are usually just. And I know they have deals, but they're usually like everything's just the most bland, boring.
Oh, it's terrible.
Unflavorful pizza.
The crust is not like nothing is touched by hand. It's all pressed in a pizza crust press.
You know, the funny thing is, all these pizza places too, they all taste the same to me. Where they all must have like the same like whatever food supplier and are getting the same exact sauces and recipes.
They follow a chart on how to build a pizza. Like it's Lego or something, and it's just it's really sad. It makes me angry. I angry eat my pizza.
The place I went with for tonight, Panago, or I'm going to go with, literally has a custom create your own pizza little drop down menu thing.
Yeah, Panago's okay, but even then, like I have to resort to Panago to get like somewhat decent pizza.
I've never tried it before. I've heard it's like okay.
2 for 1 is a terrible idea. Any place that tries to sell you on other food items in the name of the establishment, like pizza, pasta, and donair, and more, when you have to name 3 different things in the title, you should stay away from that place.
Express Pizza actually has a lot of options. They don't really advertise it, but there's a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't eat most of it now, obviously, but I've had it previously and could recommend it based on that.
Do you get many Italians out west on the coast?
I would assume so.
No? Yes?
I don't usually take a head count.
There's definitely like 3, I think, in Red Deer. That's about all I know.
They all talk like Luigi on The Simpsons.
They have a good restaurant. It's the only place. But nobody wants to make pizza. It's expensive, too. Why is pizza so expensive?
If you want halfway decent pizza, it's going to be expensive.
Unless you buy from a chain, most pizza is expensive.
Yeah, and if you're buying from a chain, it's probably not very good.
Yeah, but I find actually chain pizza to be better than some of those hole-in-the-wall strip mall places. So
yeah, well, hole-in-the-wall places, like that's always going to be hit or miss.
Pizza Hut, it's not homemade, but it's predictable at least.
Yeah, consistency. Even if it's mediocrity, it's consistent.
Yeah, their cheese isn't bad. Mozzarella's alright.
I mean, everyone was saying they were wanting to go.
Yeah, we can stop it right now if you want.
Yeah,
it's good pizza talk though.
Yeah, it's just short of 3 hours. So,
Musty, before we leave, is there any pizza places like that by you? Chris, same question.
Like the strip mall type pizza, or is that what you mean? Yeah, not really. We have we have more places that take inspiration from Chicago. Like we have in old Chicago, we have a place called Wig and Pen, which is they specialize in a deeper dish. There's one in Cedar Rapids called Tommaso's, which does a Detroit style crust, which if you've ever had is fantastic. It's the deep dish, but it doesn't have the lip, so the cheese comes over the edge, and then when that cooks with the pan, it caramelizes, and so it has like this sweetness to it. That's really good. There's a place in the mall called Mellow Mushroom, which is a franchise, and that's also quite good. Their crust is unlike any other crust on a thin crust that I could find in the area. But like we'll usually just go to like Papa Murphy's or something and bake them at home and stuff like that. That's kind of our.
Real quick side question: do you eat at Made Right?
There's not a Made Right in the area. There used to be.
It's like the most boring, bland thing you can imagine.
Sloppy Joe's.
It's Sloppy Joe without the sloppy. It's just fried meat on
no sauce.
I don't know, like whatever the cheapest white bread bun there is. The 4-pack you get for $1 or the 8-pack you get for $1 at your grocery store.
Yeah, I don't know that I have ever had Made Right.
They don't put like even ketchup or mustard. Just put a scoop of salt on there.
I've had people who have made their own Made Rights, and those have been good. But I've never had gone to a Made Right restaurant.
No, Brad's pretty passionate about hating Made Right.
When you say Made Right, I just think of Seinfeld. Got right.
This is seriously just a giant. Have you ever seen? I've only seen it. And I've driven past them, and I've seen how they operate through like PBS. So it's doing like a Burgers Across America show, and it's just like fried meat without it's a sloppy Joe without the sloppy.
It's like ground beef, yeah, with like a little bit of onion.
They just put a scoop of in there and like some salt, and they there you go, no toppings, boom.
Where's that Ninja Turtle poster from again?
The arcade panel. There, it's the side panel of the arcade. Same thing with Captain America.
Oh, nice.
So
cool.
The arcade artwork.
Yeah, we played that. Like the arcade it's not called Turtles in Time.
That's the second one.
It's just
TMNT. Yeah.
Or people call it TMNT Arcade.
That was the first game we played when we went to Portland with Eric and Melissa and me and Dean.
I prefer that one over Turtles in Time, but that's just me.
And we played.
I finished it on Sunday.
The original or Turtles in Time?
I played through. I played through the first one on Sunday.
And you probably played it as Lame Leonardo, probably too, right?
Well, I didn't have a choice. I was like, if I added credits, it only added credits into the player one slot. So
Raphael's the best.
No Red Swayze challenge.
Raphael's
that's on the NES one.
So this is Mikey pillow that I ordered.
I have that. I have that from my youth.
But this is my childhood one.
That's mine. I have that. I have Raph and Mikey.
You do? Same ones then?
Yep, same exact ones. I think
two best.
I think Mikey is missing an arm, but I can always sew them back on.
So my brother got a hold of my smiley face stamp in school and decided to stamp my pillow for me. A couple different places. Yeah, but Raph is original. He's really comfortable because with his head slot, you can just put your head right there. I don't know.
Take a nap. I'll have to dig them. I'll dig them out and text you a picture because that's the same exact one.
But yeah, I ordered this one just because, can't hurt to have a Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think my kids, somebody got a hold of a marker. It was unblemished. Somebody decided to do the same thing. So I thought about getting the other two, but nah.
Yeah.
They're the two best.
Man. I
always wanted the
sound effects. Made me think of that.
Yeah, I have the rubber, that hard rubber, big Michelangelo, but I always wanted Raphael for that one.
The 13-inch one?
Yeah, I got it right here if you want to see it real quick before we go.
Yeah, see? Well, Leo's up there. I just found him at a thrift store for $2. Nice, with the belt.
This one.
Did they come with weapons? Oh, I can't.
I always wanted Raphael for that one.
Did they have weapons? Did he have weapons?
This one?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, those are cool. I wouldn't mind those. There's because you can get the 6. You can get the 4 turtles and Bebop and Rocksteady, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty cool. Joined a turtles group to collect some figures that I wanted.
I think we spent enough time here today, so I want to hold people on because everyone's gonna get to bed.
Okay, yeah, Troy, me, Troy, and Fitnet would usually do the after hours portion of the show.
You still can if you want. I've got to call it a night for me, but since Fitnat's running this thing, he can leave it up. But
well, we always need a third person because Fitnat usually just does that death stare at the camera for a while. So me and Troy will just mumble on about whatever, but Fitnat he's the anchor, right? So he kind of just makes sure that we're alive and checks our vitals.
Troy's just busy picking huckleberries right now.
Oh yeah. But yeah, maybe I'll probably just fall asleep right here with my turtles. You'll find me in this position at 3:30.
I need to go on my pizza quest.
Your pizza with what's this cheese called?
Daya. It's just a brand of vegan cheese alternative.
So, like, what's it consist of?
Usually like a pea protein.
Oh, okay.
Type thing.
And is it is it more like sticky, or is it more like a firm kind of like Parmesan kind of hard?
Yeah,
cheese?
a little, maybe a bit grainy, like in the solid bricks. They're usually better melted, I find.
It melts, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're usually more made for that, I would think.
That could taste all right, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's not going to taste exactly the same, but again, if you're vegan, you really don't want it to taste the same.
Well, and sometimes they do. Our friend's doing she's doing it for dietary reasons, but pretty sure she's why can't I think of the word anymore?
Lactose intolerant?
No, worse than that. Like no gluten, no dairy.
Gluten free.
Celiac. Celiac?
Yeah, celiac. She's got to do like a complicated test, which costs more money to do, but they've kind of all but narrowed it down to that, and then they're trying to figure out if there's anything else like autoimmune or anything. Anyway, she's narrowed down her diet to like the bare minimums. She eats like a chicken heart or something every night. It's insane, like some of the stuff that they have her on. But at
that point, just go vegan. It's probably easier.
Well, I forget why. She would explain it why she needs to do certain things, but what was I saying? Anyway, they made these, like, almond flour was really beneficial for her as a viable substitute for white flour or wheat flour. But some pretty awesome almond flour banana muffins.
My mom uses chickpea flour for a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
probably not for things like muffins, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now. But
almond flour is pretty good, actually. Makes good pancakes.
Never tried it.
That's an example of it's different, but it's different, but it tastes good.
Yeah.
On its own, so I don't mind that.
All right. Well, I'm out of here. So All right, guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop the broadcast. See you guys later.
Bye, everybody.
Night.